and welcome to another One Piece chapter review and discussion.
Let's go.
Let's go. Today, we're going to be talking about chapter 1125. What constitutes death? Enough with the applause. Enough. Damn.
Enough.
But we're not here to do it alone. Today.
We're never like, we have
like each other.
but not like alone.
But yeah.
Not like just the two of us.
I was getting to that.
Oh,
Mute
not
your
muted.
freaking laptop, dude. Be professional.
Shit.
We're not doing it alone. Today we're joined by a very special guest. Put your hands together. You know him. You love him. For Nolan.
Yeah.
Hello. It's been a while.
What's up?
How goes it?
We had to bring him in for the craziest fucking chapter.
Yeah, dude. This chapter was absolutely insane. And we're still going to be going through it the way we normally go through it. We got some ups. We got some downs. I do have maybe a prediction, but more than anything, I'm fucking stoked because I feel like I finally got something right. I finally got one
What
thing
did you
right.
get right? What did you get right?
So, I mean, we can save it for the ups and downs.
I'm like, wait.
We can save it.
What are you talking about?
I just want to welcome everybody here right now. Shout out to DX, Luffy, Winston, Beans, Tess, Sunjin, Wu, Gabe, Hassan. Let's just jump into it. Let's jump into it with our first segment because I want to hear everybody else's ups and downs too. Our first segment, where's the screen? Our ups and downs.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, is it an up or is it a down?
Yeah. We'll do an up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, I think the biggest up was actually a down, technically.
Oh, fuck.
Those are always the best ones.
Those are always some of the best ups.
Yeah.
It was a solid down, and this fool got down.
Oh.
It's F Saturn. We never liked him, but he was a cool villain for the arc.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed what he represented for the arc, but it was crazy how he died. It was insane.
Bro,
No, it was.
he was like, he literally got fired.
He got fired.
He literally got fired.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was insane. And, like, I could hear his voice, like, Have mercy on me! He's fucking, like, and all the other Marines are like, and he has, like, fucking, like, I just imagine, like, this, like, black mist, like, fucking, like, engulfing his whole body and his whole being.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
explosion.
like, like, fucking, like,
choking.
screaming
Bro,
for his, like,
he fucking exploded.
Yeah.
And he was begging for his life. Like,
yeah.
When he just took one.
That has to be one of the craziest things we've seen, I feel like.
I think in the whole show.
Yeah.
And he turns into a fucking skeleton?
Or series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they plopped his skeleton in the throne room. Like, you saw it wasn't on the ship anymore. Like, they transport his whole skeleton to the room, I'm pretty sure.
Bro, I didn't even notice. You
They
might
did.
be right.
No, they
you
did.
You might be fucking right.
Because
I didn't
he was
even
on a
catch
ship,
that.
and then I see tiles.
Yeah, and they were like, a skeleton? Where did this come from?
No, like
Oh, we got to pull it up because you might be right about that, dude. I didn't even notice that.
Like, did they transport his skeleton back to the...
No, right. I think they did because see?
the whole ship explodes.
Whoa, dude.
So I don't know if he's still... Because that's a shadow and, like, you can see...
I don't know. It looks like there could be some cracks up here, potentially.
And
like,
but those are the vice admirals right there. Right?
Oh, right. So, yeah. So these are the vice admirals right here. Well, this is one of them right here.
Yeah. So it might still be on the ship, but
I mean,
I could see them being like, take his skeleton back too. We don't want it.
Yeah, we don't want it
Literally.
here.
We
don't want it
the whole
here.
thing. Emo hated his ass.
Bro, he really
He's
did.
mad as shit.
And we were talking about that too. I'm like, there has to be repercussions for this event.
Yeah.
Like, Vegapunk's message getting out, like, they fucked up big time. And Eam's at the top, then they're the second on the chopping block, and then the other Marines that, were just there. But even he stepped out of line, of course. I forget what the guy's the dead guy now.
Oh, yeah. Was
Saturn killed.
Doberman, or what was his name?
Oh, the vice admiral?
Yeah.
Oh, like Doberman, I think.
Yeah.
Which, that kind of brings me into a down.
Oh.
Because, since we're just on the topic,
okay.
Because we were introduced to all these vice admirals, I feel like kind of late, all things considered, into the game. And the way they showed up was like they were going to be this like force that was to be reckoned with. But now it starts to feel like in that moment, I was like, are they just like cannon fodder? Like, are they just there?
I wouldn't say cannon fodder. I will say
for the Straw Hats, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I will say though, like, everyone's at a fucking different level. Like, the Marines don't mean shit anymore unless we're coming for the higher ups,
right?
And even the fucking Saturn and all them bitches, like, it's just different now. So they're kind of like,
yeah. No, I feel that. I just thought, like, I don't know, man. Like, was this man's whole existence for that moment for Saturn to fucking do what he did to him?
No.
I think you'll find a lot. There's probably there's a lot of characters that they like. He's in the arc, or that person's in the arc, and they're like, let's just like beat him up. Like, there's for sure multiple characters throughout the arc. So like, yeah, like F this fool. Like, there are like I'm sure that you can go back and be like, I mean, they're only relevant, but Doberman literally like. The thing with the Vice Admirals, I think, is that they're gonna fight in like the final arc or whatever, like their purpose. Because it's like I don't really know if there's like is there like a full fight with like a Marine at all in like any arc with Marines at all in any
like
arc?
Full
like the main villain was like a Marine that Luffy had to fight, and then he took him out. Like other than Smoker, but he never even had a fight with him.
No.
Right.
So
I always think back to the movies.
Yeah. So I always thought the Marines. Like literally all of the Marines, you would only see them really fight till the end, at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like literally, which is insane, but that's just what the pacing of the story is.
Yeah.
I never thought that I noticed like after, okay, we're going to be on Kaido for like years. Like, bro, we have yet to actually have an arc where we're fighting Marines, like have like full fights.
Yeah.
With like Enies Lobby style. Like this is a fight. This is a fight. This is a fight. There hasn't been any with any Marines.
Yeah, not so, like 1v1. I mean, we have the Green Bull thing. We have like there's like Marine Ford and like Marines are fighting at Marine Ford.
But they're not like they're not getting defeated. Like no Vice Admirals are like on Doberman's level. Like I'm sure like at the beginning of the time skip, if they had to fight Marines, like Doberman would be a threat to some of the Straw Hats.
Right, right.
That's just not. I think there's actually stronger Vice Admirals. I think they're called I have a theory that there's Admiral candidates that they had.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, they have people that are like code names, like like a lot of the admirals are like Yellow Monkey or like Blue Pheasant, Red Dog. So they have Vice Admirals right now with colored code names. So I think that those, if they're gonna be any Vice Admirals that would be relevant to like some of the stronger characters, it'd probably be those.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
What about up and down for you, Megan? What was it?
I mean, same. Yeah, same. Like Saturn got fired, literally fired.
That was funny.
On the fucking grill.
Bro, his shit, like the fucking ship exploded.
Bro,
like he exploded.
It was just him begging for his life that I really, really enjoyed. Because it wasn't just like I fucked up. I'm gonna like take the punishment. He was like, I'm begging for your mercy. Like I'm begging.
It was cool to see him like that low. You know what I'm saying?
He was a bug.
To see him like beg,
squirm
for his life, like not just get taken out and be like, fuck you guys.
No.
But like to be reduced to that.
Yeah.
You know.
And everyone watching. They're like,
all the Vice Admirals lined up, or those Vice Admirals like lined up watching him be a bitch in his final moments.
Yeah.
Beg for life in his final moments.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I didn't really have a down. I mean, Nolan, did you have any more?
You know what's the biggest down? What Vegapunk looks like now, or like what?
Frankenstein,
what Edison, or like
Frankenstein punk,
yeah, like
bro.
Vega-Stein.
Yeah.
I'm like, he looks stupid, but that's what was funny. So
yeah. Well, that's what I don't know if I was like all the way right about it.
Okay,
but
that's what you're talking about, because that was literally a different fucking conversation. Because I was right.
No. Okay, wait. So because I said, imagine them all their consciousness existing
in a single body.
Well, not even in a single body, but in the labo phase, labo stratum, whatever. Like them existing there, and people were saying like, I don't know, that seems like a lot. Like I don't know if Oda would do that. That's kind of like.
But we were in the context of that conversation. We were discussing whether or not Lilith actually meant if they were still alive or not. Because
I see.
You kind of interpreted it as like they're here like in spirit. Or they might be surviving not in a body, but they literally have a physical body, so they are not dead.
No. Yeah. So, but like that happened, I think, during like the last chapter. But this, what I'm talking about when I was initially saying this, was like 3 or 4 chapters ago. It was on one of the streams where I was by myself. I swear I'm not making it up.
Wow.
No,
that makes so much sense
swear.
now.
I swear.
Oh, conveniently.
No.
Fucking conveniently.
Rewind the tape. Look at the fucking tape, bro. Look at it back. Check it back.
Bro.
But anyway, you did say that they were like, so you said last week that they were all like alive, like physically actually alive. And I was saying like it's more metaphorical.
Yes.
So do you think that's an up or a down for you? Like, were you?
I mean, I already expected it.
Right.
I already expected it. I mean, we talked. We discussed. You know, like One Piece people don't always die, and it's like either really they really go into like Oda really kills someone or like kind of kills someone and then they come back.
Yeah.
I kind of like figured it wasn't gonna be completely gone. They weren't gonna be completely gone.
Yeah. Did that surprise you, Nolan, when you saw that?
I don't know. No, not exactly like a surprise. I figured that I didn't really expect like no, I expected a Vegapunk to survive, you know. I didn't expect all the Vegapunks to die. There's just too many. There's like a bunch of Vegapunks. But
you mean like all fucking go into fucking one body?
Yeah,
like
all
you
going...
have my arm and
well, yeah, I didn't expect that, honestly. I didn't expect that exactly.
But am I tripping? Like, so what exactly is happening with the clouds? Because they say that York can still like connect to this.
Oh,
but she just can't like.
I think it's literally like the iCloud. Like she can literally connect with it like wirelessly.
Right.
I think literally because it's like her brain. Too.
Yeah. It's literally the cloud.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally. It's fucking insane.
No, I mean it's crazy that it's literally that.
Yeah.
She's like the cloud. Fuck.
Because they talk about like people being able to access it one day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but Vegapunk's like in 500 years. Like why? Why in 500 years? You can't just write shit down now. Like put in a book and we can.
A book.
I don't know. Write it down.
Damn, bro.
I have a couple more, but I do want to shout out some super chats before we go on for too much longer. I want to shout out first Conrad. Oh boy, Conrad Corbel could go 50-50 with Conrad. He said a 20 out of 10 chapter ruined my Labo and the Deadbeat Dad squad.
Conrad is like, if Sabo has no haters, Conrad's dead.
Oh, word.
Like, Conrad hates Labo. He calls him Labo.
Yeah. Conrad, hates for everybody. Has enough hatred in his heart for Sabo to have us all covered.
Yeah.
You know? So he said 20 out of 10 chapter ruined Labo and the Deadbeat Dad squad. Yeah, that was something that I was going to say was a down, but more of like a funny down. Is that like how many times do we have to see Dragon like about to do something or say he's about to do something?
But at least he's talking now. That's, you know, you got to look on the upside. At least he's saying something. Before he was just looking, you know, fucking ... Now he's actually putting some words.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised about, but it's still the same shit. Like, we have to stop doing it. Like,
like just, like, let's do it though. Like, make something happen.
He has to be waiting for something. Like, he's waiting.
I just think that Dragon is like, when he finally does something, like, there hasn't been a character that's been more drawn back than Dragon.
Yeah. Would
like,
you say
Shanks
that's like...
is like, I don't even like Shanks has he might have double the amount of like actual presence in time than Dragon does, which is insane.
So you would say he's more even kind of hyped up?
I think in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
The motherfucker had a monologue at the end of East Blue while talking about at the end of on the 100 chapter. He was like, "Finally, the legend's starting. Thank God! Finally, it can start. I'm starting this shit. My son's starting this. Like I'm letting him go. I like anybody here. Like I'm fighting them. Like I'm letting him set sail. The man set up the entire series.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Like he's gonna have a single chapter where he's like, I'm gonna explain everything to you right now.
I think you said
it's
this.
up, and then everyone's gonna be like,
"It's up,"
and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it took him fucking 28 years." Like, yeah, what about every other damn character in the show? At least he got some time. No, everybody. You know what the whole point of the final saga is? He was keeping like dozens of characters for a single story arc. It's insane,
bro. Yes, honestly, yes,
it's ridiculous.
And you feel that now because like it's like he was holding on to the Gorosei and they're like revealing their trooper until now. Like
until now,
he's like, I know they're gonna have a really big part in this arc, so they're all
gonna die. Like more than likely, all the celestial dragons are all gonna actually physically like be gone from the realm from
No,
Earth.
literally, yeah.
So he already has a line. He has like 10 plus characters he's getting ready to kill off.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the same thing as like it's just set up for like pre-time skip was setting up for Marineford. Post time skip is setting up for everything you're seeing now. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's just what it's always been.
You said that if you were to have a power scaling list, and I think you said you even do, but like Dragon would be at the top of it.
Yeah, he's number 1, if not like Kaido.
Right.
Shanks or Mihawk? No damn Shanks or Mihawk.
Oh my god.
My god. Can you get a grip?
2 explosions.
Can you get a grip?
Get a grip.
Get a grip.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with you? God.
That's so funny.
Get a grip.
Oh, dude.
They're coming. I need like a horse riding, like a bunch of horses and people like a crowd like coming to fucking
Yes.
I'm just looking with my coffee, being like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is happening?
The next super chat is from Beans. Shout out Beans. My prediction about the literal punk records satellite and Saturn being left behind for his failure was true. My advanced observation hockey grows strong. So Beans saying he predicted this even
Saru.
a while ago. A long time ago. He's always fucking one step ahead. Beans has got that observation hockey on lock.
It's true.
And he really does, though. He really does.
Is Beans known for this? Does Beans have this?
Beans just got the like he always just comes with the smoke.
Well, Beans comes with, like it kind of depends. Like he can bring the smoke, but that's not what he's known for. Like he's not. He's known.
I would say he's known for like the smoke being like he's that guy.
It's close.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like not the smoke. Like he's always trying to like
top 3 smoke demons in your community.
I would say he's more like because he's got the predictions. He does have the predictions on lock. Artist, very talented artist. Art on lock. But I don't know. I don't like something about smoke isn't.
Maybe I'm not using the right word.
It's not the word because smoke is like, oh, you want the smoke.
See that? Yeah, I'm not using the right word.
Yeah, I don't know if it's smoke, but it's definitely something, Beans, and I'll get back to you. But we love Beans. Mara, shout out Beans. Mara.
Good smell.
Mara.
Who said the revolutionaries and Straw Hats are going to come to blows, and not just because of the One Piece. I'm convinced Luffy will hate that Dragon is starving Marijois. Luffy wants everyone to be able to eat.
That's fantastic.
Ooh.
No, this is like very.
I love that.
I've always thought that. Yeah, the revolutionaries and Luffy will have like he has to talk about certain things. Like,
of course.
He's literally like, you're gonna do like Dragon has to talk to him and be like, I'm going after this people. Don't get in my way.
Yeah.
Or like if you're gonna, I know how you are. Like you're just like, I don't know, you're weird. So you're just gonna like attack. Yeah. Right. Like you're just gonna charge in. I don't know. I've always thought that Dragon and Luffy would have like disagreements. He's like every time he looks at Dragon, he's like, he doesn't look like me. He doesn't do this. He doesn't smile. There's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
No, literally.
It's just like, I don't think, I just curious about what that dynamic would look like. Cause he has like Luffy has a dynamic with so many other characters that it's just, there's something like this where he's forced to think about his standing in the world. And I think that's something that Kaido also did, which a lot of y'all motherfuckers aren't going to give Kaido the fucking writing credit. Kaido's one of the best fucking villains in One Piece. Get the fuck off. Shut up. He is the only main villain that was asking Luffy, like, what do you think about the world? What do you think? Like, what do you think about?
Bro?
What are you thinking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, and it kind of correlates, whatever he was thinking, like, I want all my friends to be able to eat. And then I think that correlates back to that's going to correlate back to his true dream, which means that Kaido is the one who's really, he's the one that was asking Luffy, like, bro, who are you really? Like, what are you really trying to do when you're on my level, when you're at the peak?
Right.
He's asking him physically. He's like, bro.
But that's why I think
the dream. That's
like what you're saying, and even what Mara's saying, is it's so specific. Food is such a specific thing. The fact that Dragon is like starving them.
Yes.
It's almost like. And I'm surprised that it took Mara saying it, like, but it's so true that Luffy is not going to like that at all.
No, I feel like he's I mean, like the dynamic with him and other characters, like he like said, like he has a dynamic with every character. I feel like he's going to be like so indifferent to Dragon. Like they're both just not even gonna like vibe at all. Like I don't think they're gonna have any type of like feelings towards each other, like at all, which is gonna be like really interesting to see like Luffy do at all. Like because he has feelings for everyone. Like but Dragon's gonna be like, nah, I don't fucking vibe with this guy.
Exactly, because he says he's not relevant to his like his dream. Really,
and I also
constantly,
I also like Bean said like I feel like he disliked Luffy because he would remind him too much of his own father. Garb.
Oh, Garb.
Like that's so funny to think about. Like
that's pretty funny.
You're just like fucking Garb. Fuck my dad. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. That's a good point. I've actually never really thought it through all the way, but seeing them face off, it would be crazy because Luffy was he even really ever in this kid's life ever?
No, he wasn't.
So like, why would he have any attachment to him at all? They're not the same. He doesn't fucking like him. And honestly...
after this shit with the, like, starving people, it's going to be even, obviously, worse. I mean, Sabo is there. Sabo's going to step in and, like, be the mediator between the two. But I was even thinking about this, too, because of the food situation. Like, guess who's going to have a moment again?
Yeah. But it's...
He's gonna be like, I'll mediate. I'll save the day because I'm a chef. Yes. But it almost feels like they're setting up that conflict, or Oda's setting up that conflict to be like to be happening soon, like sooner than later. I thought it was gonna be maybe like something happening in Elbaf, and I didn't know how the Revs were gonna really fit into like Elbaf stuff necessarily, because there was already so much shit that like had to be done. Yeah. But this is the immediate threat or thing that's going to have to be addressed, I guess. How immediate? I don't know, but it sounds like at the end of this chapter, like, oh no, the Revs are going to be like probably like,
dude, yeah, like the Revs, I think are going to be involved with like getting the One Piece. With I never really expected like Sabo or any of the Revs to like be on the island like Laughtail, like being on Luffy's side, like fighting people if there's someone to fight. Like, I didn't even realize that. But it looks like that the Revs are concerned about who's going to get the One Piece. So it'd be interesting to see if they actually, like, throw somebody into the race. I mean, it'd be hard because they don't have any leads, I don't think. But, I mean, they can just hit up Luffy. Like, Sabo would be like, and just hit him up.
I just hit him up on my snail.
Yeah. Noble. But, yeah, just the Revolutionary Army, like, I've always liked them, but I was way more interested by just Dragon and Sabo, because obviously that is the Revolutionary Army, but it's like they are one of the most interesting characters to me. Dragon more than Sabo, but I don't know. Yeah.
Labo. Yeah.
Like Labo.
I want to shout out Tiberius real quick too. Shout out Tiberius. I had a lunch lady that looked like Saturn. I thought you had her on the thumbnail for a minute.
That's crazy.
That's fucking wild, bro.
That's diabolical.
Yeah. Fucking, she just
has a job, bro.
She's just like, working.
Saturn?
Bro, and her job
Saturn
sucks. And her job is serving lunch.
Unless she was
She's
an
feeding
asshole.
Children.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? He's like, I'm just being honest, bro.
I'm just fucking telling her how I feel.
If she was here right now,
I hope she's watching this.
You didn't
right
have
now.
enough money for lunch, and she let you get this shit for free.
Ooh, I know that happened. Be like, you look like an elder. You look like one of the 5 elders.
Hey, you look like one of the 5 elders. What?
It's like, what do you mean?
Nothing.
This.
Yeah, show
I
me
have
a
it on my
picture.
phone. And then she's like, what the fuck?
You show her like in demon form.
Yeah, not regular.
Yeah, not regular at all. Like demon form. I'm like,
Maybe that's what he meant. He's like, damn, something about her gave me demon form Gorosei vibes.
Oh my god.
You saw her morphing in the back.
Yeah,
like,
in the back.
Ooh, that's scary.
That is scary. That would be scary.
It's like that movie, The Faculty, whatever the fuck, where like all the teachers and shit are aliens. Like all. Have you ever seen that?
Dude, my
movie?
dad's
wow.
obsessed with that movie.
I would have loved
Theo
to see
Johnny
that movie.
is my father, by the way. If you are Theo
Fuck,
Johnny
dude.
is my father. If you can't tell.
Imagine people had no
People were
idea.
like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
They're like, oh my god.
That's like when you found out that Roger was Ace's dad.
No, for real. No, literally, that's the same thing that just happened right now.
So
that was
real.
literally the same reaction I think that
That
everyone's
is
gonna have.
like that.
Wait, Goldie.
Oh shit! Conrad hit us with another super chat. Shout out Conrad. I missed the reaction to my super chat because I got a phone call. I don't know how, but it's Labo's fault.
So insane.
Bro, I love this energy though.
I get him though. I get him.
Yeah. I mean, I never want him to stop. Like I don't know. I've even started to like hate Sabo like a little bit. I never hated Sabo at all.
I know.
I never hated him
I
at
know,
all.
but you're like, there's a reason why you hate him. Like, there has to be a reason.
But now it's like it's a little, it's like 1%, and it's because of Conrad. But I kind of like it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just like hater energy.
Yeah,
I think fun.
Yeah, I think also Sabo is just like he's kind of like a cool kid. Like he's kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know, like you show up, everyone likes you. Like why? So
but genuinely,
like it's like he's cool. He earns his merits.
He's like a cooler version of Kobe.
I would say Kobe's a cooler version of Sabo sometimes.
I think I enjoy Kobe more than
Sabo. You would rank
like if I saw. I mean, yeah. I'm more interested by Kobe. Like if Kobe had an arc, I'd be like, give me a Kobe arc over a Sabo arc.
Okay.
Because I was kind of shocked when we were talking about it with even some other people that it's not a popular opinion, but that a lot of people feel kind of that way about Sabo, or just like indifferent about Sabo. Like
I mean, I like Sabo. I think he might. Whoever he fights in the final war, that's a top 10 fight. I'm sorry. No, whoever he's going to fight, either it's Garling,
see him fight, bro.
or it's the new Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights, which is Shanks' twin.
Bro.
And if he fights him, that's a top 10 fight, y'all. So automatically, whoever's in the top 10 fights, those characters will shoot to the stratosphere in terms of popularity. I think Sabo is on. I think Sabo when he gets blue flames, I think that's when Sabo is like when people will be on the Sabo and be like, dude, Sabo is like praise Sabo forever.
I mean that brings me back to Up though, which was Gorosei and Garling like walking up. With
that was crazy.
The swagger he had
just
to
looks so cool, bro.
He does.
Yeah,
he just looks.
I hate to say
cool.
it, but he really did look cool as hell.
That's Shanks' fucking dad, dude.
Okay, 100%. Right? Like, it has to be like because it's like
that is
Figarland. Everybody's like, oh, it could be this, it could be that, it could be grandfather, it could be this.
Well, because you know what Oda likes to do that shit. Oda loves his dads and his sons. Oda loves his dads and his sons.
He does.
Yeah.
He fucking lives for that shit.
Yeah.
So it has to be that. I mean, he could be, playing us because they have the same last name. They could not be related at all.
But that would be fucking
adopted shit.
Insane. That would be the craziest thing that anybody could ever. Yeah. Give him a different ass name then.
If they're not related?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose. No.
I don't know.
But it's like, if they play it like differently, you never know.
Yeah.
The flow of the story. I feel like that's happened similarly before in the story. But that's not his name. And it's like,
yeah. And then it's like, it's I was tricking you. It's like, damn it, Oda, fucking again.
I mean, but I feel like this late into the game, it has to be.
I think when people say late into the game, like now, I think it's just crazy because like every chapter you'll get a reveal. Now in the final saga, now like it's solidifying things, setting up something. Like I think like the story is just going to continue to surprise you until the end. I just feel like that. I don't think that it's going to end with the surprises. Like even during the fights, like there's going to be lore drops at the end. Like I don't know.
It's got to.
I mean,
like it'll just keep surprising.
Oh,
like you don't know what's going to really until literally the end.
No.
Yeah, now that because we're obviously assuming that somehow Eam granted Figarland and Garling immortality too, right? Like probably that moment he got promoted was the moment he was granted that. Maybe after it was taken away from Saturn or whatever.
Bro, and they were shocked.
But that's what's kind of crazy. That Eam didn't fill them in at all.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah. And not that I thought he would, but that they were like, you better remember your place. And he's like, bro, I have to talk to the boss.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. They're all arguing. Yeah.
Bro, I'm your manager now, or like of York.
Dude,
I'm overseeing
we're all five
this
co-managers of the world.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that
fucking talking about?
crazy?
Yeah. So Garland's one of the highest authorities in the world now. Yeah. That is cool.
And that has to be. I think you're right. It has to be Shanks' dad.
Well, yeah. Now that he's sitting in the seat, I mean, Shanks has an audience with them whenever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
and he already did. But
yeah,
you know what's crazy? Yeah, you know what's crazy? Shanks went up to Marie Joie, and his dad was probably there chilling in like one of the rooms. He's like, I sense that motherfucker. He's like popping in, but he doesn't.
He has to.
But that's the thing. He doesn't give a fuck either because he was a deadbeat, abandoned fucking kid too, found in a fucking treasure chest.
At God Valley. That fool was at God Valley as a baby.
It's crazy. Like nobody has a good dad except for Bonnie.
Oh yeah.
But that's it.
Very few and far between.
Yeah.
Decent father.
Because
the thing about being a decent father is that sometimes you have to abandon your child to become a better person, and then you better the world yourself, like Dragon, and then you've done a better job than if you stuck with him and raised him.
For real.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Because like, don't even get me started on the fucking everybody talking about the fucking Queen Frankie shit. Like, it's just I'm choosing to ignore it. It's not real. I don't want to hear it.
Viva card hype. Like, relax. Just relax.
Just calm.
I don't want to accept it. I don't want to think about it.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to be in your reality.
Yeah, and that's Weevil's kid. That's Queen is Weevil's dad anyway.
Yes. I'm not gonna even say I agree. It's just
You're
yes.
just saying yes.
Yes. We got a couple coming in from the next one is from Jay Ruse.
It's your kitchen.
First stream I'm watching live. Shout out Jay Ruse. Finally caught up with OP last year. V1 has been an important part in my One Piece journey, so I got to get back a little smoking on that Saturn pack.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, shit. Shout out Jay Ruse.
La puta.
That's dope, and that means a lot. Thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad you could be here live. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Love you, dude. Love you. Conrad, let's give Conrad
that's more.
That's good.
Kobe has nice boy Riz. Labo has generic white guy with no women trust fund. Worse ace fake sucky suck deadbeat brother aura. Oh my god, bro.
All right.
I'm exploding.
He fucking got him, bro.
Sucky suck is crazy.
Yeah,
that last line was a little much.
Is crazy.
It's like that shit.
Sucky suck. What?
He's like fucking Johnny Storm in the fucking Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Like, damn.
And you can quote me on that. Damn.
Holy shit. And then we got Tech Zero. Let's give him a strong right. Garland pulled up like a boss.
Yes,
Bro, he did. And I hate to say that. Because Garling probably sucks ass.
Garling's probably one of the worst.
He's worse than Saturn, bro.
Probably worse, dude.
He is, but yeah, I just liked how they were. I liked when like villains get gunked by another villain.
Yeah,
like I like when they get like surprised that they're not like gonna be able to live like this cushy life that they thought that they had all planned out because another villain comes in and is even worse than they are.
I see Bean said in the chat, Imu-sama! He's just yelling because that's what he was yelling.
Literally.
As you get fucking disintegrated.
Bro, I literally hear like Eames like this. He's like this.
Yeah.
It Saturn's like, hey,
no, literally they're just like their evil energy personified, like their negativity as characters, like you can just tell.
Yeah.
The things they talk about. Garling's first line was, anybody who protects scum is worse than scum. So it's like anybody who protects people that need help, they might need to go to hell.
They might need to be put down.
Like what are they on?
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's gonna be worse.
He's gonna be worse than Saturn.
Rip Bozo Saturn, but it's like when evil is just replaced by a worse evil.
Yeah,
he's going to be worse.
He's going to be worse.
Yeah,
but
100%.
That's what it is.
100%.
All right, let's start going through it. I have everything. I think.
Let me pull up the chapter
here. And I have it. You'll see it right here, Nolan. I have this screen that'll be up for the
cool
for the chat, but then I have for the stream, but then I have another one for us. That's like way fucking bigger because I can't fucking see shit.
That's cool though. I like the look.
We start with the cover page. We got Yamato. How are you feeling about this?
Bro, Yamato is going to, if she learns Ryo, if she learns how to flow hockey outside of her body, she's a top tier.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's a top tier and she knows hockey, I think personally, she could possibly fight one of the elders or like somebody in the Holy Knights.
Whoa.
But I don't know if I feel like there's going to be multiple people fighting some of the elders. But I just feel like she's like with that Conqueror's Hockey, her
Mhm.
strength, like
Mhm.
if she's gonna get involved in the final war, she has to fight somebody strong. Like nobody else will be able to handle her anyway.
But
Like she'll get stronger after this cover story because in Odie you have to travel. You have to travel the country. You know, you meet a ton of people. Like people are teaching you things, and yeah, I think that I don't know where the cover story I feel like the thing with a lot of the cover stories now though is that they are going somewhere. So
Yeah.
I'm excited
Oh,
to see
yeah.
if they're what exactly is going to happen, if anything, with the cover
Yeah.
story.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know where it's going either. But I've even questioned whether Yamato would be there for the final war. Like
Mhm.
I've gone kind of back and forth on.
Well, I think
on that.
Wano, the characters of Wano, I think would be involved.
I think Wano himself, what you have to go back to Wano because that's where one of their ancient weapons is.
That's true. Actually,
So literally,
that's
like
very, yeah,
physically,
that's
I
very,
think
very
either
true.
if she's not going to be in the final war, she's either going to defend Wano from somebody.
That's actually, yeah, that has
Yeah.
literally
But
has to
who?
happen.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see maybe like but I don't know. Who are they going to send
Yeah.
though?
Who would they send?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know how any of this is.
Who the fuck would they
set up.
send, Nolan? Just kidding.
I don't know who they'd send.
Yeah, I don't either.
That would be difficult for anybody though.
Yeah.
All of Wano and
Oh fuck! I forgot about this
Yeah,
shit.
me too. Me too.
Oh my god.
We're gonna pull this up. That brings us into like the Lucci stuff, and this was kind of quick. Like this didn't get a lot of
so quick.
yeah, a
so
lot
quick.
of time in the chapter.
Kaku's face though is he's
Okay,
being very quiet, in the back. Hush, hush.
okay, but
Not
like
gonna say shit.
obviously, they're covering their own asses. I feel like.
I don't know. I think Kaku's like withholding. Like I think Kaku maybe lied about.
Oh, so
her.
okay, so you think Kaku lied to Lucci?
Yes,
Because the last time we saw Kaku,
100%.
he was talking to Stussy and saying like Lucci will never forgive you.
Yeah, and probably Kaku forgave her and let her go.
And let her go, and then he just lied to Lucci. I kind of okay.
But would
you know what?
Lucci like stand for that? Like not seeing her body? You know,
I think that
would he be like, I need to see your fucking skull in the
I
fucking
don't
ground?
know. I don't think so, especially with his own members, because he had a cover story himself, like pre-time skip, where he was kind of like chill with the CP9 members after.
Then he would just let her go.
I think he just yeah.
You just think he's you think he's like past at that point after this shit? He's like done.
I don't know. I think he might have a mentality change, but
That would have been cool.
I think that Stussy, like I said, like it even when in pre-time skip when he had like they had like their cover story and CP9 was like recovering, like I don't know, they helped out the town. Of course they needed it for money, but I just think that he has a camaraderie with Kaku, obviously. So
Yeah.
I think that if he's able, I think he has the ability to kind of let bygones be, especially because she's not really a priority. She's a traitor, but she's not part of the mission, and that's what Lucci's about.
But
I guess,
do you think that? And you're saying that he might be even more inclined to let it slide because of all the shit that he discovered.
I think
here,
like
too.
I think like he's more inclined to let it slide, like even beforehand, like he's already had that, like he kind of has maybe some sense of mercy, or like for like comrades and stuff, like people that are literally equal to him or like standing shoulder to shoulder in his eyes or whatever. But yeah, I think after this he clearly has like, I don't know, he was shook when Mars like came up to him in bird form.
Yeah,
he was like, what the fuck is that?
Well, do you think his faith in the government or his loyalty is wavering?
See, that's the craziest part, is that you wouldn't think Lucci would be the one to have that, and like he's always been kind of like that, but I think he could. But I kind of want to see him fight Kobe, so it's kind of like okay.
You're like, please don't waver
like,
yet.
who cares? Like, why do I need Lucci to be like, oh, he's going good? Like, I don't need Lucci. I need his ass to get beat. I need his ass to get beat by somebody cool, and Kobe's cool. And if Kobe and Lucci have a fight, I think that'd be hard, because I think Sword and CP0 and which is another name, their other name is Shield, right? So I think they're gonna fight.
Like Sword and
Sword, all of Sword and all of CP0.
Yeah. That would be
everybody
actually
there fighting.
And you're kind of right. Like hearing that does, I guess, because I don't know. I've just been biased toward. I wouldn't mind if Lucci had a redemption arc, but then hearing you say it, it's like, yeah, do I need that though? Like, do I really need that?
I wouldn't mind either way.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not like high on my list of things I want to see by the end of the series.
Jay Roos said Hattori got that shit on.
Oh, yeah, he does.
I need to know about this bird.
I need a Tori to
Lucci
fight.
is fucked up.
Yeah, he's fucked.
He's lacerated, bro.
For real. Yeah. As we move through the chapter, and I gotta keep switching back and forth, obviously, so we don't get in trouble with copyright and all that. We see Saturn talking to the vice admirals, just about the mishap that happened. They're all. This was funny to me because they're like, yeah, we let Bonnie and the Straw Hats get away, and he's like, no, it's fucking. It has nothing to do with that at all. It was Vegapunk's message. You fucking idiots.
You fucking idiots. Have no idea,
bro. But all these fools are bozos. I don't give a fuck. All these vice admirals are bozos.
Yeah, see these vice admirals, like, I don't think they're gonna have any relevance. They were here for the arc, but except for Doll.
Right. Doll. I promise you, bro. Doll is the only one that's like sticking around.
Well, yeah, she's the only one that she has hockey.
Because they cut to Doll for like all these like really important reactions or moments, but like these other vice admirals, I really could not give a fuck. Yeah. Sorry.
People are like Doll. Like Doll's very important.
Doll is
to the plot.
Doll is.
Doll's cool. She's one of the coolest vice admirals.
No, I agree. I actually the speed,
like, the design alone is like.
How fast I like fell in love with Doll is scary. It's scary.
No, as soon as I know, I immediately agreed. I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is that? That's cool as fuck.
Then we get to that around 200 years ago when the giant robot was in Mare Joie. We still don't know why, because this is like post attack.
200.
Yeah.
Because this happened.
We received orders to scrap it. What does it say? Orders to scrap it. I'll take responsibility should this be uncovered. Now do as I say and study it thoroughly. And they're like, really? Like, this is the future. I'm certain it'll ultimately prove to be a great asset to our military might. Crazy. Thank you for the opportunity. It would have been a shame to junk it. Exciting. Such an exciting specimen.
But like I said, this is post-attack on Mare Joie. So we still don't even know like why that happened or what the goal of the robot was.
And why it was dormant. And why it was dormant immediately after that.
Like, literally, it's shut down. It looks like fucking mid-fight. Like, it just, like, it's in the middle of debris and it just stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on that, Nolan?
Why why he stopped?
Or like, what it was even doing there.
Moved. Yeah, I know, right?
Because obviously, we've seen Ian look at that straw hat there.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be crazy if, like, because it's been like hundreds of years, is like, I say like a lot. There's more than one group that have tried to do what Luffy and Roger have done throughout the hundreds of years between the Void Century and the present. So I think maybe there was like a crew, maybe there was like people that were like trying to do something, like they did a little bit of something and they were able to get the robot working. Like, I think that there's like from the Void Century to now, there's always been people trying to take out the Celestial Dragon.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like there's just a group that 200 years ago, just another group of characters that we don't know anything about really. It's a very specific timeline.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because there's just so much time in between, like what they say the Void Century is in the present, and it only goes back to like modern history only goes back to like what we know about rocks, right, and like all that stuff, and like when Roger was a rookie, he was like 25 or something, like 26. Yeah. So that's like, there's so much time in between. So it wouldn't surprise me if Oda wanted to tell a quick little story, like there is always people trying to take out the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah,
it's like they're just not going to be able. This isn't the time.
Yeah, it could have something to do with even like the man marked by flame. Like there could be some like thing there, like that person had something to do with this too. I don't know, but as the chapter goes on, we see that's when Doberman, right? Doberman gets fucking taken out because he's like,
bro,
this shit was so funny too. He's like, hey, was anything Speaking of Vegapunk, like, was anything that fool said true, like, at all?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Like,
Saint Saturn is a humble and loyal soldier of the government. I have a question weighing on my mind. Was that all cap or no?
Cap? Yeah, and
He
he
literally
got
ends
fucking,
him.
yeah. He got fucking
Where's
laid
Admiral
out.
Doberman?
This fool went fucking vertical or horizontal to the ground, like,
Bro.
so fucking fast.
And like
Yeah.
you knew this man is already on edge. You know that Saturn probably also knows that he's about to get
Bro.
taken out, and he's going like Eames coming for his ass,
Yeah, he's just mad.
and he's
just lashing
mad.
out.
He's literally lashing out. He wants to take it out on someone. So like, why the fuck would you ask that question now? Ask it to your colleagues, maybe, not to like the. You think he's gonna let you know, bitch? You think he's gonna be like, you know what? Actually, yeah, it was all true.
Of course it was, you fool.
Yeah, no, bitch.
No, he's
dead.
gonna fucking murder you. Okay?
Fucking dead.
God damn it,
I think
Doberman.
Garland.
Was that all Kappa?
yeah.
God damn.
That shit's so funny.
Oh, Red Dragon said the robot moves from the heart of Joy Boy. Maybe there are things out there in the world that can store the rhythm of his heartbeat. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
That's
I don't know if you
cool.
heard this theory either, but I like it. We were talking about it, I think, in the last chapter or chapter before, whatever the knot chapter was, how there could even be, I don't know, I saw someone say it online, and I like it, that if you can store hockey in a fucking knot, then you can store it in a fucking woven fucking hat.
Yeah.
And it's like Joy Boy's hockey is like infused with that shit.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that.
A lot of
and
talks
that's-
of fucking hats, too.
yeah.
There's a lot of hats in
A
one
lot
piece.
of hats.
Reoccurring themes?
Truly.
I think yes.
Yeah. It's a hat on a hat,
Oh,
literally.
shit.
Let's shout out a couple of these because we got 2 more super chats that came in before we move on. Conrad, again, shout out my guy. By the way, Josh said, I have Conrad's voice in my head like I didn't call into the podcast. You better know what Of course I know
Oh
what
my
you sound
God.
like, Conrad. I know
You better hear my voice.
Conrad has the voice of all things. He is.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He's in my fucking
Oh my
mind, bro. Sometimes
God.
I'll be just like going about my day and I'll hear it, and I'll look up and the fucking leaves on the trees will be like moving slightly.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's like the happening.
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
Conrad
That's
is the
scary.
happening.
That
That's
movie's
really
scary.
scary.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just scary as fuck.
I think I was at an age that when that movie came
You
out,
thought it
like,
was goofy.
You're roasting it?
yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Well, how old were you?
46.
Probably 40, like.
Like 40.
Yeah. But I do remember like everybody shitting on that movie when it came out.
Really?
Oh, yeah, when it came out, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, everyone hated that.
God,
Was it
I
M
was
Night?
Yeah.
It was.
kind of scared. It's like something you can't see. It's like,
Yeah. Well, when you
Anyway.
watch it back now, it's goofy as shit.
really? Oh.
I haven't seen it.
It's
in years.
funny. I remember scenes from it.
They're like scared of
wanna
wind.
rewatch
Like,
no,
you're scared
no,
of wind.
no. It's just like when they're like, yeah, it is funny when they're like ah, like, there's nothing there. But they go in like they're like hiding out in like this person's house, and they're like,
Yeah.
you're here, and the person's like tripping a little, and he's like, you're here to like kill me, aren't you? And Mark's like, the Mark Wahlberg, he's like, what? No, like the acting is hilarious. He's like, what? No.
What?
Bro,
No.
I don't know if
I'm not here to kill you. I'm Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know if it's Mark or if it's M Night Shyamalan, bro. Because sometimes these
It's
actors
both.
in these movies will be like he's directing them
funny.
too, and
Yeah.
he's directing, and I know they're good actors. He's directing them to be weird. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes to be
Right.
bad actors.
I
Sometimes.
don't know. Maybe M Night just isn't expressive socially.
Yeah, it's a trip.
He's got a lot of ideas. But
Ideas, but he's not like a director man.
He's not
you know?
like-
He's
Right.
not
He's
telling
a
him to act-
screenwriter.
Right.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
word
yeah.
his talk isn't exactly his pull.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna rewatch The Happening though. I want to see it again. We have Mugsby.
Mugsby.
Let's give Mugsby a Brooke laugh. Mugsby said, what if 200 years ago, Emmett tried to attack Marijois like Little Oars Jr. tried to save Ace? Maybe before he powered down in the Void Century. Joy Boy was captured and taken to Marijois. There's some that's a possibility. There's a high likelihood to
Yeah, I mean, because even like the hat that we see that Eam has as well.
Yeah.
Like there's like I think that was talked about before, like Joy Boy was kept and captured in Marijois.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, yeah, that's something that I think is really interesting. Like that he was, like, yeah, like Eam kept him alive somehow. Because like if they're all immortal, right? If Eam's, but why would you
or
do
tried.
that? Why would you keep your greatest foe?
We'll
like,
keep his hat
alive?
there, right?
Keep him close too. Keep
Maybe
your
it
enemies
is
closer.
because he's like, I can't, like what Vegapunk said, or like what Lilith said, is like nobody ever really dies,
Right.
anyway.
Because my whole thing was
So-
like, what if like devil
like-
fruits?
Yeah,
He knew that killing him would mean he would respawn somewhere else.
Yeah.
So his inherited will,
His inherited
and
will.
he would fucking like.
so yeah, maybe he's trying to keep like his most prized possession, like what Joy Boy's like hat or whatever. Like he's keeping that because he knows how much hockey is in it, or like how much memory is in it, like how much how much history is actually in the hat, and history, it literally has physical power in One Piece. So it's like, if I have his number one item on me, but I can't. Maybe he can't destroy it because of its hockey. Maybe he can't do all that, but.
Oh, that's a good point.
He
too, that
wants to,
literally-
though.
He
Maybe he
literally
wants to.
can't.
He's like,
His hockey is like
Yeah.
fucking nuke. It was like shit literally went off like a nuke.
And that was just one
It was,
little fucking.
it was just a knot.
That was one knot, bro.
Yeah, he was like, and I get that he was like, I put my strongest hockey in his knot, but imagine if he was there.
Yeah.
Probably would be crazier.
mm-hmm.
Said it's even stronger than Shanks's. You know, all sorts of crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Conrad again. Now, what he said the other week, he said, I don't know him, but I feel like I know his voice. I mean, me and Conrad are basically, like, speaking of reincarnation and shit,
Yeah.
we were, I think, maybe brothers or maybe lovers in a past life.
Oh,
I
I
don't
think
know.
lovers.
I
I'm
think
gonna go with lovers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with lovers.
You said it.
Lovers for 20.
Lovers
for
for
Is that
20.
like that's? I don't think there's 20 on the board.
yeah, I
Is
I
there
don't think it-
200?
Yeah, I do not think it goes
for
as low as 20.
$20.
$20
Jeopardy?
for
Lovers
lovers?
for $2, please.
No, I did not go that low. You could like pick what you put in.
But I don't know. Sometimes you just feel that with people, and I feel that with Conrad. I do.
Yeah.
Jonathan R. Shout out
Jonathan R.
Good smell.
If everything could be run by Joy Boy's heartbeat rhythm, do you all think Oda may have been inspired by the song Rhythm of the Night by Corona? Also, what's good? Nolan
Yes.
Liar, Lisan Al Gaib,
Oh, what's
Hestia
up?
Megan, and Josh Beard. LOL.
What up, Jonathan?
A Rhythm of the Night, is that this is the rhythm of the, is that actually it?
Or is that
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
sample?
Oh yeah.
Because that's like someone sampled that
It
recently,
is
right?
the rhythm of the night. It was like,
Are we bullshitting?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we just bullshitting?
It's
It's
a
like-
Spanish song, right?
Rhythm of the night.
I feel like it has to be that song.
This is the
But someone sampled it recently because I feel like I've heard it a lot,
Maybe.
like as part of a newer song. I could be tripping, but honestly, bro, Oda gets inspiration from everywhere.
Oh, it is
and
Corona.
everything.
It is Corona.
It's that
But
one.
this is the
I think that that's true. Not gonna lie, Jonathan. I think you
I think you
cracked the
cracked
code.
it.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
did it, Jonathan.
Oh shit! Why does this song sound like old and brand new at the same fucking time?
It's ahead of his time then.
No, really, it is.
Ahead of his time then.
This is a rhythm of the night. Okay. We're copyright. We're copyright.
No,
Oh,
we're
no,
not. We're
no,
not. We're
no,
not though. We're not though. We're not though. We're
Um,
not though. We're not though. We're not though.
But shout out Jonathan R. And yeah, like I said, bro, because when did that song come out? It was a while ago, right?
Fuck.
I'm just saying, Oda pulls inspiration from literally everything.
94?
Yeah.
Everything, everywhere, all
94?
at once.
Yes. You know, it's a crazy Joy Boy theory.
I want to hear it. I need it.
You know that like Joy Boy, he pretty much is Luffy from the future.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I just saw I saw a TikTok of like back in 2020 or like
Mm-hmm.
2019, someone like leaked the ending of One Piece,
Yeah.
and a lot of things are like it's happening, bro. Like that
Yeah.
was real. Like
eye
that was
patch.
real.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think Luffy's gonna.
and
lose his
that was
eye.
like the visit. It was like the
Or
visitation,
maybe
or
not.
like
Yeah. Oh.
of like past and future or whatever.
Yeah.
in that as well.
Well, I mean, it's just like, you know, at the end of the line, he tells Emmett, like, I'll come back and I'll save you like I always do. Like, I'm always doing this. I've always done it. I've always been. It just implies that he's been saving people. He's not. I just feel like there's more to the Void Sentry that we're not really like inherently understand. It's kind of like Joy, like Year 5, right? Like, there's more to it. Like, I could guess it. Like, he has an awakening, right? Like, he can move his body however he wants. But what the theme, like what the idea behind it is, like way crazier than what we're able to theorize right now. I think maybe it is like the Void Century was like our present day, or like, you know, a future on some Adventure Time stuff, and then like the world ended and now we have the present day, but Luffy being who Luffy is at that time, even like he grew up differently. Like he's not the same Luffy, but
Right.
he's kind of like I think Luffy, like when he's talking to Emmett, he's probably like 40 right there. Like he's a full adult.
Yeah.
But when he comes around and he's kind of like, oh, and devil fruits are like immortal technically because they can just go throughout the ages. They're the same thing. And the Zoans have a will of their own because they're animals. And as we know in One Piece, animals are alive and they're sentient. So it makes sense that Zoans have a mind of their own because they are animals. So I think when it all, and you can do the same thing with humans. So Joy Boy is Luffy. Joy Boy, he comes back. He's like, bro, I failed. Like, fuck. And he tells Laftel, and he's like, and he tells Roger, like, bro, like you know, like like I already messed up.
Yeah.
Like the person that's gonna come back,
I'm
literally going to come back and save. Like Joy Boy is going to come back. I am going to come back. But I don't know what the One Piece is.
Like I feel like
I think the One Piece might be like the complete story. Like no, like the something physical that you need in order to get the full picture. Like the past was the present, like the future is now, and things like that. You know, I mean, it's hard
because as you're explaining it, I think that it could be possible that like mastering Gear 5, like being able to literally do anything, like have these like cartoon Luffy tunes like abilities. I mean, I it wouldn't be that big of a stretch for me to think that he could manipulate time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if Luffy doesn't need to, like, they don't need to be the same. Like the Joy Boy in the past, like Luffy, like I feel like Luffy right now, like he'll have his distinction, be like, bro, I am me right now. I don't care who you were, but I don't even care what the fuck I was doing in the past.
Yeah,
like that's me, who I was then. Yeah. I am now, and I have my future ahead of me, and the future is something that it'll be back to how it was maybe in Joy Boy's time. But I feel like the whole point of this is that it's Luffy's story. His name is Monkey D. Luffy. I don't know if you're gonna call Joy Boy might not be the whole theory might be completely wrong. I just think that I think that there could be an interesting story there to where where Luffy is like encountering his own success from the future and he's still rejecting it in his own way because he's like, well, you failed. So why would I listen to the same Luffy from before and people are like, I don't know. It's not like the best kind of like, it's not like the best like theory. It's not the best storyline because I feel like I've seen it before, but it's not the most uninteresting.
Yeah, no, and it would be. I
don't think that
it would be a crazy
plot holes. I don't know
reveal.
I don't think plot holes. I don't think there's a lot of plot holes in One Piece in general, but there are some. But it's like something like that. I don't think is too bad. You can do anything with the story, and there's so many things that they've said, like souls and death. They've already confirmed that the thing about death that in One Piece is that Oda specifically has ideas about what death is, and it's clear that he does. So it's cool when he does take a step back and he's like, well, what do I even think of when I think of death as a concept in my own series? Because I feel like in his own series, he thinks of his own series as a world. So he's like, is there an afterlife? Is there a soul? So they've talked about the afterlife a lot, and it's cold, I guess. You know, there's things that there's higher ideas that they explain all the time in One Piece. I don't know what it is. So the idea of, you know, time not really being, like they say it all the time, time is like, it's not like a line, it's a flat circle, right? Like there's no beginning or end. Things are. It's all everywhere, everything all once at the same time, you know, it's this thing. But people try to control it. The world government, they all try to control things. It never works. It never works. You just have to let things be natural and let it bend. And I also think, you know, like things like hockey as a concept is probably there's a lot more in depth to it than we think. I think hockey's probably like we'll be able to see, like you can, like that's the way that everybody in the world is able to connect and be One Piece.
Yeah. No, I think
Probably
yeah.
hockey.
Yeah.
Because everyone has hockey.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world has hockey. Even animals can use some hockey. Voice of all things, everything.
Yes.
Rocks have
Chi.
frequencies. Rocks have things. They already say it in Alabasta. Everything has a rhythm. Like it's just, I think that is a very heady, very. When people talk about that's why it's like when people talk about the lack of death in One Piece, like bro, death is clearly something that the writer is thinking about constantly, like as a concept. So it's not just death. Okay, and I understand like story wise, like where's some people just need to get taken out or like there's more tension, the stakes. But then what's the actual idea behind the story arc though? What is the idea behind it though? Because Wano clearly had ideas behind it. They talked about like, why are we scared of a fucking emperor? We're supposed to be pirate king. We're pirate king. Why would I be scared? Why Frankie's like, why are you scared of Big Mom? Like when Mommy is like, shit, it's an emperor. He's like, I don't care. Like they were all like, we don't care about your status. So that automatically makes sense why you would have something to where you're taking the stakes out, because Wano was a storyline about how they get to that, how they reach the summit, like how they get to the top tier level. But now the final saga is the one where the stakes are as high as you can get them, and there's guaranteed deaths in One Piece. Like, so
100%.
I'm not tripping about the lack of, I can't say I trip about the lack of death in One Piece, because it's not like nobody ever really dies anyway. That's what he says in the show.
Yeah.
But also to your point about
he's always saying this shit. It's just like, y'all just don't pay attention, man.
It's even funny that like, you say when you're talking about the Joy Boy theory and like what it could mean and like, oh, it might not even be this or that, or that when it is explained, like it could be explained in a way that like fits and makes more sense. Because I'm sure if you would have told, maybe not you, Nolan, but if you would have told somebody else like, oh yeah, like in the final saga, you're gonna find out that like, Joy Boy stored his hockey in a knot that's like in a piece of like string, giant rope. That's like in this. I'm sure, like when you explain things just like kind of without context, it can sound kind of goofy. But then when you read it and when you're actually experiencing it, then the idea makes sense. So when people pose these things, it might sound like storing hockey in a rope until you have the context. Yeah. And you're like, oh, that's actually fucking awesome. Because
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jonathan R with a dono right here. Thank you, Jonathan. So Luffy is John Connor from Terminator.
If you want, I guess so. But at the end of the day, this is what it's always been about. It's a story about a chosen one. It's a chosen one story. Like I think the coolest thing about this chosen one story though is that you can't deny like everybody else's efforts to help get that person to where they need to be is just as important as the person. Like the One Piece, like it's not named the name of the show isn't Luffy, like it is One Piece. And I think it revolves around how one person, little guy can change a bunch of big things and it causes a whole revolution, all that. But the main idea of like Luffy being Joy Boy and like he's always been, there's just I think in a way it does kind of enhance his character, because he's even going against himself and like this idea, if that is, but even then, who is Joy Boy really going to be? Like a guy that is from the Void Century and then he has no real connection to anybody. He's just another character living in the void. He could be. I just think that there's more to it.
I think you're absolutely right. Yes.
He could be a random character, Joy Boy's real name is Garfunkel Bingy. I'm like, cool. And we're like, everyone's like, cool, that makes sense. But it's like, Binky. But it makes sense because, I think we're starting to see that there was a crew back in the day, like the first pirate crew in history was probably just the Straw Hats just in another Void Century. Yeah. Ryuma.
But that's like
things like that.
That's the signal that no matter what, like there will always be people will always do this thing.
Like
this is
I do like that concept in a story though. I do like that that could be something. That's why I like Inherited Will so much within like the Devil Fruits,
I like it a lot too. Makes sense.
It makes so much sense, and that could be like kind of the same thing. Like if Luffy isn't exactly Joy Boy and Joy Boy isn't Luffy from the future and vice versa, like just him alone having this fruit is like what propels this. Like,
Yeah.
I think someone else mentioned too, like, what if there was another like Nika fruit user like before any of this happened? Like, that's interesting too to think about. Like, it's.
So I'm looking at the chat, and someone said something interesting. It said, but Emmett already said that Luffy is not Joy Boy. So what Emmett actually said, he didn't say he wasn't Joy Boy. He just said he looks so much like you, Joy Boy.
Yeah.
And Emmett, he might not have the whole picture of his plan, you know, to take out the world government, you know, but like I feel like Emmett might have had. Emmett is like a, what's his name, Pound from Whole Cake. Like he's like I gotta let them sail, but he doesn't know the full picture. He knows that. Well, he does. He knows that the world, you like to take out the world government. That's the goal. But he doesn't the parameters to get there. He's not involved with any of the big plans, the actual fighting or the war. But you know, he's just as important, like just like a lot of other characters. You know, which is something I very much appreciate. It was very underrated.
It's funny because you're also talking about
Emmett
like,
is like what you're saying.
No, the same person. Like even if it is in some like roundabout way, because again, even more so in the final saga, like there have always been like biblical kind of like undertones, but now like you have like
so obvious
seraphim and like all the stuff
floods.
with Kuma and floods and like
souls, weight of a soul.
Bro, I mean it's
pretty obvious.
Like talking like literally Noah's Ark, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's so there that like there being this Messiah who like second coming stuff. Yeah. Like it's all
that's always
there.
been there.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's always like the foundation of what that even is and what the story is.
Yeah.
But also what I was gonna say with Emmett is that it's possible he'd like what I was saying with Emmett knowing Luffy when he was older, like when he was like a grown man kind of, so he wouldn't recognize he wouldn't recognize a 19-year-old who's in, you know, Nika form too. So it's like
that's also a good point.
Like you could just be. He probably does look. I mean, he could look a lot like him. I mean, you know, it could be a Roger thing where it's like he looks like Roger and Luffy, and it's like cool.
That shit's.
What it's like, but that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
So what is more? I feel like for something that's been set up for so much, I feel like there's already been stuff that has been set up that has been real, that's been great already. Like the actual, like the world is physically ending. Like not even just a war. Like there's literally a whole
Luffy's bringing on the end of the world.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not the Messiah. Maybe he's the Antichrist.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Ever think about that?
I think in the context of the world government, they'll definitely say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, for sure in the context of the world government. Yeah, he's their fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, and his crew are literally like
demons.
Like literally, it's cool how everyone it has a demon form on the Straw Hats. You have to think, or like kind of not a demon form, but like kind of is implied that they're like negative, entities. Like God Usopp is a god technically, but you know he's on a crew with a bunch of demons, and then Robin's like a demon.
Yeah,
and then I think even like Nami, like if she unlocks more stuff with Zeus, like she'll look crazy. Like she'll
and
be
even
on
like
Nimbus.
Zoro for sure.
I mean, Zoro. I mean, they're demons. Zoro and Sanji, literally all demon. They all have
demon, devil, Diablo.
All of their stuff all of their attacks are like demon stuff. And so now Ifrit is like a demon.
And even like Robin's awakening and shit.
Yeah.
Like, Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper's like super scary.
Oh fuck!
And it's just like
they're the horsemen.
Oh, Chopper! I want Chopper to awaken his devil fruit in the final war.
Oh yeah, come on.
He has to awaken it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way. There's like no way.
There's just so much.
There's just no way that wouldn't happen. And Jinbei's a fish.
Right. Jinbei's gonna fight Green Bull, y'all.
I would love that, bro.
The thing about I don't know if who's gonna like are there Straw Hats gonna fight the Marines and the Celestial Dragons? Like I don't understand who is supposed to be really fighting. I don't understand. I don't
either. I want to get to this one more super chat, then we're going to get back into the chapter. Conrad,
good smell.
Joy,
Flavor.
Not said he was. Oh, I'm assuming Josh, but thank you for calling me Joy. Yeah. Not said he was sorry to all his friends, and we don't know about it going back. Okay, no, it's Joy Boy and not Josh.
Wow, you thought it was you, bro. Conrad, that was embarrassing.
Conrad fucking misspelled shit all the goddamn time, bro.
Conrad, you need to relax and spell correctly, Conrad.
He misspelled shit all the time.
Your passion is leaking.
You know what he does, Nolan? He misspells shit, and then he says, "I can't read," and it's like this, like he's
interesting,
right? It's a genius, brilliant strategy.
Really it's actually hilarious.
It sounds like
hilarious.
Yeah, he'll do it on purpose.
That's actually hilarious.
That's actually hilarious.
That's actually hilarious.
So Joy
funny.
not said he was sorry to all his friends, and we don't know about it going back in time, but we do know about it forward. What if Luffy is Joy Boy's son? That's why Dragon don't want to raise him.
That's the thing is like you can't go back in time. So that's the whole point of that. He can't go back and fix it. So he has to wait like 1,000 years for someone else to be born, or for him to be born again, or for someone to do something.
If you think about like God and Jesus again, right? Like God, like with the Immaculate Conception,
indeed,
or whatever. Like,
yeah,
that's sort of like
that's what
he's
the
definitely
One Piece
implying
says.
that.
Yeah,
that's what the note said when Roger read it. He's like, "You're not my son."
Oh,
You
fuck.
are.
Oh God, it's so funny. Or he's like, wait for my son or something.
Yeah,
Something crazy.
a lot
But
of
why is he
people-
laughing his ass off?
Son,
son.
3.
But I think it's also like,
Honestly, that is valid.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
I love the tragedy of Roger, though, that not only like him being the only one to get there, but also
Yeah.
the idea that he really thought his son, like
Yeah.
Ace, was
Gonna be the
But yeah,
dude. Yeah,
like gonna be the guy. Like it's like
Yeah.
He's like, that's the only
double-
reason why I had a fucking son.
that's literally the only reason he had a son.
Yeah.
Like you should free the world, y'all.
Because maybe if it's like,
He
oh,
literally
you're
thought-
too late, he's like, well, at least I'll still get to do it.
Yeah,
through
he
my
literally was
son.
like, okay, well, I'll let my son do it then. Like, what the fuck?
The world was like, the universe was like, nah,
Dude.
nah.
Yeah, literally just you were not meant to do that, Roger.
You were not meant to
You
be
are not
that.
the man Joy Boy is waiting for, Roger. You are not the man.
That's so fucking crazy.
And you know what's crazy? If Joy Boy is Luffy, like he's waiting for himself is insane. That's what I'm saying. Like it's insane. Like the character of Luffy by the end of the series is like there's a you would think he is the most simple on the surface because he makes himself the most simple, but you just can't ignore the rest of the series and how
fucking
people react to
depth,
him.
bro.
It's insane. It's very
All right.
interesting. It's
I want to
just so
jump back
much-
real quick. So this is where, like, York is realizing that the clouds are taking the fucking lavostratum away, whatever. And this was literally like we were talking about earlier. This is they said that they're taking it away from her, so she can't just like they're not handing it to her on a silver platter, is how it's translated here. Like,
right.
but she can still access everything.
Right.
They just don't want her to have like access to it physically, even though. So what they're saying is like she can tap into all the info, like she can tap into like so.
Yeah.
I guess it's to get it more away from like the Gorosei potentially.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she's the link.
Yeah.
Right.
She's the only one leaking fucking information
But
like
if
a
she's
fucking
still
Bob.
working with them, then like they can just use her as the mouthpiece for the Labosphere or
Well,
whatever.
Yeah, there's 3 Vegapunks physically now.
Bro, fucking Edison, he's like, hey, bingo. What the fuck?
Beyond the grave and shit.
Bingo.
Right next to the fucking like ass shot. Again,
Yeah, so it's
Egghead
crazy.
was ass nation. Egghead more like ass head, bro. Like
what the fuck, bro?
Oda was like,
I'm not gonna lie. Why did he introduce Lilith with all that damn cake?
no, I'm telling you,
What is going on?
She is the most slim, thick, like like One Piece character. Like she has to be because
Yeah.
like obviously everyone has curves. Everyone has curves, but
Right.
like Lilith, there's shots where I'm like, is it the skin tight suit? Because I think we've
Yes.
seen Robin and
Yes.
we've seen Nami in this shit. Like
Yes.
No,
No,
he drew her with ass for no reason.
Lilith is like her proportions are absolutely insane.
Insane.
He's like, I need to practice this part of the anatomy because it's all been around here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to practice
Yes.
So
downstairs.
Oda really changes with the times, dude. That's why he's like
Literally.
great. That's why he pays attention to this shit, y'all.
No, he really does.
What's on trend right now?
But that's
And
the thing. It's like, yeah, like for real. Like,
Like
he's
a-
literally like on
Or-
track.
No,
Like no bull.
or like ever since his surgery, his eye surgery, he's been seeing things different.
Maybe.
His tastes have
He's
changed.
like, there's been no ass on what the fuck?
I mean, yeah,
He's a
I
freak.
think he knows how to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking at everybody,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, I get it.
I get it now.
I guess we're doing ass this year.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that was in his head, bro. I promise you. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Then we kind of cut to the Celestial Dragons. They're talking about the fucking the famine or whatever, like being cut off from their food.
He shoots him like damn.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
literally
that's
shot
really
him.
Just in case you didn't hate the Celestial Dragons, y'all. They're still ass.
Like, we can't cook our own food.
Kind of bummed we didn't get to see, Char. and
Look at
Law.
Garling.
So, But then Garling, yeah, bro. Garling
This is so
fucking
funny.
walks
Hey,
in,
Garling!
bro. This shit was
What the fuck
fucking
you doing in here?
crazy, bro.
Hey, bro, you're not supposed to be in here.
We're not supposed to be in here. We're elders.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, they were all so fucking shook.
They were all. It was great.
Bro, it
Because
was-
this fool, I can guarantee
New
you,
orders.
has been waiting for this moment
Yeah.
for such a long time, has been waiting for Saturn's little bitch ass to fuck up just
Well, they've been.
once.
Yeah, that's
okay?
crazy.
And because again, Saturn, obviously, we know that they're fucking old as shit. We already know that. But like again, 2 years ago, his ass is standing there with the fucking robot, and he's like, "Okay, Mr. Orders." Like these fools have been around for such a long time in this position of power.
Yeah.
Like Garling's like fucking my shot, like my time to step
Garland
up.
feels
Finally,
like he's actually gonna
bro.
fucking do something. I feel like, and sure, they
Yeah.
all operate under Eames' orders.
He's
right?
gonna cause
So, like,
he's gonna cause chaos.
No.
I feel like he might
This
have
is
another
like the
ulterior
Vanguard.
motive.
This
Yes.
is the Vanguard.
he's the
He's
fucking,
like, it's time to get it started. Shanks' dad is the one who's like, dude, we gotta start this shit.
he's the flame. I promise you.
Yeah, he
he's
is.
gonna be the one to ignite this shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
he really is.
Because they've all just been like waiting, and I know Eames been telling them to, right? And if they tried to act on their own, then he'd do what he did to Saturn,
Yeah,
which he could just do. Like at any moment, he could just take them out like that. Which I
Yeah.
think we all kind of,
I think we
assume-
implied that. I assume that.
yeah.
After
I don't
fucking,
think-
if they're following his orders, like yeah, no shit, they have to be fucking
Yeah,
stronger.
I just think
Makes
it's
me
like
stronger.
it could have been a respect thing, but those motherfuckers for real. Like Emo can just kill them anytime. It's crazy. Like down to
Anytime.
like their devil fruits is like because I could see like the 5 elders teaming up on anybody. I don't know if anybody's taking that all 5 of them on like 5v1.
No.
But
But do they
it doesn't
have,
seem like it seems like them specifically like they're gonna
do
lose
they
to
have
Emo.
devil fruits though?
I think so. Oh well, I mean like I don't know.
Or you just think that's like them?
Maybe the 5 maybe not because the maybe Emu's the one with like the Pentagon devil fruit or like the devil fruit
Mhm.
whatever, and like he can only give powers to 5 people because of the Pentagon 666. So that makes sense. Maybe they don't have devil fruits and they can stay in the water. That would be insane.
That would be crazy.
Like seawater, but then you think Garling's gonna get
Oh,
he's getting a power up.
oh,
yeah.
100%.
He's gonna have
100%.
Saturn's fruit. That would be crazy.
But that's the thing. Do you
Or
have to like give your
form.
soul to him? Do you have to sell your soul to him? And is Garling like? I
oh
guess,
no, that'd be cool though.
Yeah, I don't know because
That'd
I've
be
seen
crazy.
people post about like because they're obviously planets
Bro, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He
and they're
didn't kill.
all like orbiting around
Yeah,
Eam, and now with the moon orbiting around Eam, people are saying like this kind of confirms that Eam does represent the Earth, right?
yeah, the world, like the
The
earthly
world.
realm,
Yes,
and he's the king of this earthly realm. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of biblical stuff.
Yeah.
It's always the Bible.
Yeah, their powers and like granted like immortality.
Yeah.
Like they're granted immortality by
they don't
Eam.
die. They literally don't die.
and this
Yeah.
motherfucker, I promise you, was already fucking strong as shit, bro. Like period. But he probably got a little bit of a bump from fucking whatever signing the contract to sell his soul to Eam. and
Yeah,
shit.
he's gonna have, Saturn's ability
Or a
and,
new one.
or a new one, which would be
Maybe they
really cool.
manifest differently.
Maybe.
But again, we don't know. Like, has there been other Gorosei? has this
we
been
know
it?
that 200 years ago, probably not because Saturn was there.
That's what I
But
mean.
that's interesting too to think
But
that
to
like
think that,
yeah,
they can like change.
yeah.
How far does it go back?
Well,
'Cause
they
you
can
could-
go back so far, but then like, who are the people that have been trying to take out the celestial dragons in between hundreds of years? So
Yeah.
they might have been able to take like Emeth 200 years ago. They might have been trying to take out some elders.
Like what if and I'm not maybe not all of them, but like
Mhm.
There's some
what
fruit
if
there.
Jupiter has only been there for like
Yeah,
400
He
years
looks
and the
young.
rest have been from 800 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
true. So he could be
Mm.
so one of them could be a traitor, maybe.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like because this
Garland,
shit was
yeah.
easy. This shit was like protocol. This shit was like
Yeah.
we have someone else on
you know-
deck to slot.
You know
in.
what though? They don't like for Warcry to be like new orders from who? Like who the fuck you think?
Yeah.
Bro, there's only one.
So for
motherfucker.
them, they were like, what do you mean? So they might be like
Well, even
shook that they actually replaced one. Like this is
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
this is unprecedented.
oh,
Okay,
100%.
yeah,
I think
They're
they even
shook.
said it.
No,
that,
they're shook.
that it's unprecedented. Like the times right now, like this hasn't been like anywhere else.
No, they're
Yeah.
shook
Yeah.
as fuck that Saturn got replaced.
Yeah, so they're literally like, yo, what the fuck?
and
No,
by
you're right, you're right.
Garling,
And then Garling's like, okay, y'all. Emo probably talked to him like, I know what. Emo probably was like, yo, like sit down and like like you said, like he probably is the one that is more active than all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he actually grew up in this era. Like he was probably born
Oh,
and
that's
grew up
interesting
in this era,
too.
but they weren't, you know.
No.
Like he
'Cause
grew up in
they-
the pirate era. You know?
Yeah. They knew what the world was like before, and they're probably I
Yeah.
think jaded maybe by things
Yeah.
or have like lost touch
You need
with
some-
things.
You need some of that mortality.
And this is
Because they
kind of
can
like
put things into
Garling is kind
perspective.
of the new generation of like even elder. So
Yeah.
like that theme coming back
Yeah.
again.
Like the 20 Kings have always been like there's no like they allied because of a single reason, you know, but
Yeah.
there's no reason for them to be cool with each other. Like they want power. But what's Emu? Like why is Emu the one that Emu is probably the only one from the OG line of kings that is probably around.
Oh, 100%.
Crazy.
It's probably Nami's ancestor.
That's fucking crazy. And also, I forget. Well, I think it's coming up too. But like, just when you mentioned Nami, I think about Weatheria, right? And that's who,
Dude,
like,
Nami's gonna. I don't know,
fucking.
bro.
That's who Edison and or
Yeah,
Frank
Weatheria.
and
Yeah,
Punk,
they did.
They contacted.
They contacted them.
Of all the people, bro. It's just
Mhm.
it's so crazy.
Yeah, like all of them. All of the Straw Hats. Nami is mysterious.
Bro,
Like she was just a baby. She was like, Marine mom found me. You know, we heard that story a lot, and then we found out that there's a bunch of other shit going on in the background.
I think Beans had said something about it too. I don't know if it was on Discord or Twitter, but that like people, I forgot. I'm sorry, Beans, if I'm butchering it or whatever. But it was like essentially that like people have tried to make movies about Nami's backstory or like OSTs or like whatever specials about Nami's backstory, and Oda has been like very particular about that. And I think he would be probably about most Straw Hats. Like they're talking about fleshing more of it out, and Oda's been very against it. And Beans was saying that it could be because like he has something like very specific like in mind for her that will be important and needs to like happen, and he doesn't want anybody to mess with that. Because if you watch Gold, like we kind of saw she had like a black cat kind of like thief friend from her past, you know what I mean? But that's I think as deep as any of it has gotten.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
pretty much.
I don't know. She is mysterious, though. Is my point. She, like you were saying, she is very mysterious.
Like if you were to pick somebody on the Straw Hats now to have like new info released about their background or like that's relevant to the bigger picture, it'd be cool if it was Nami. For sure.
Yeah.
Her dream is very big to map out the world. They're like, Gorosei, like, we don't want you.
We don't want you to do that because then everyone will have that information.
That's bullshit. We don't like.
We don't like
people.
sharing.
We don't like anything.
Let's get a couple of these super chats. Get to a couple of these super chats. I think we left off at
Where?
Conrad right here. Yeah. So shout out Conrad. I gotta give him the strong
crazy.
right, bro. He said I can't spell, but every time
That's crazy.
I spell things correctly, then he reads it wrong. He can only read as it right when I typo. What the? He didn't even spell. Read
You're lying,
as
Conrad.
it right when I typo. Like I can't work with this.
I can't work under these conditions.
I can't work under these conditions, Conrad. I typed there too. Deal with
Okay,
it.
all right.
The crying face is crazy.
I'm sorry,
so
Conrad.
The crying face is crazy.
Conrad is so funny, dude. We got JR Juice.
Yeah.
Good smell.
Assuming the elders are kept
Flavor.
alive by Eames' devil fruit power, what if Blackbeard can instantly kill the Gorosei by nullifying Eames' power? See, yeah, I think that's the one weakness that people might be underestimating because people are like, oh man, if they have to take out all of these Gorosei one by one by one.
But what if he just does it?
But what if he just takes out Eam? But remember when I said too that like, what if Eam was like so pissed? Obviously this is not going to happen now, but there was a period of time where I was like, what if Eam was so pissed about the events of Egghead? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to fucking kill all of you guys because like I don't really.
That would have been cool. I mean, I'm
I
glad
don't
that he
really
killed
need
Saturn. It was cool. But yeah, what if he's just like, oh no, it's literally like, fine, I'll do it on my own.
Right, literally. Yeah,
Fucking
literally.
Thanos.
I mean, it's just like you always need. Like just people. There's just too many people to fight. Like I don't understand.
He's gonna have to strain him out.
Like, yeah, no, but genuinely, do you believe, or Nolan, Megan, either one of you, like, do you guys believe that they're going to go through one by one, like, or that each Straw Hat might square off against, like, a Gorosei, or that...
I always thought about the Gorosei fights. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really... Like, I could see them being, like, a 2v1s, like, multiple characters fighting them. But then this thing with, like you said, the thing with Emu is, like, maybe they take out Emu and they all get taken out, or, like, they're fighting the Gorosei and they just can't take them out because they're immortal. But then
Well,
as soon
maybe
as-
like them fighting, and
and
then
it's just
Well, and
Blackbeard gets Eam, right?
Right.
And then like it's kind of like a vampire
right.
master
See-
situation where you take out the head vampire, and all of them are like,
that would
they
be
fucking
crazy
die.
because Katarina Devon disguised herself as a dead. They don't even know that that they just killed Saturn, the one Gorosei that Blackbeard managed to like get a hand on.
yeah.
So like,
crazy.
how does
Makes
that
it-
even benefit her now?
It
him?
might it blows up in their damn face.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, in one timeline, if
Yeah, bro, if they
Saturn
show
was
up,
so-
if they
yeah.
pull up,
Yeah.
and Saturn's like
they're like, who the fuck is that?
like fucking Mr. Water News fucking rolling up.
Right.
Like fucking
That's so funny. 'Cause,
Clacking
like,
on
they
the
just
fucking
touched
tiles
the
and shit.
wrong fool. Like
Yeah.
there was
They touched the
5 of them, and they touched the wrong one. But yeah, like what if, because we still don't know what's going to like permanently damage them, and it could be as simple as like, as long as Eames like the true body, is it coincidence? I don't think it is that they were shown to be what they are during the arc where we learn about like satellites and multiple people
Mhm.
being one
Right.
person.
Yeah.
So as long as Eames' body is like intact,
yeah, or
then
Eam,
nothing can hurt them.
or-
You have to hurt the main body.
or like you said, Eam just starts to become like more and more restless with them, and they all of them keep fucking up.
Yeah, they
Like-
fight throughout the arc, and then like they
Yes.
lose a lot.
They
and they're just
lose
like,
a
you know what,
lot.
bro, fuck it.
And Eam's like, okay, bye,
Like
bye,
but see,
bye.
there's something interesting there. Like if enough of them, right? So let's say they're like maybe I don't know. I like speculating on this shit, but maybe they all say, you know what? We all fucking hate Garling. Like fuck this shit. Like Garling doesn't deserve to be here. Fuck Eam. Like whatever. Like I don't know. And because how many of them does Eam have to kill, or how many times do they have to feel like slighted or whatever before they start trying to like? And maybe they can't ever do anything to go against Eam.
Obviously. He's the only one that can
But
actually
maybe
fucking
there's some
kill
way
him.
out of it. I don't know. Like would that
I
be
don't think
interesting
they're
if there's,
selling their
like,
fucking
Yeah.
souls, and I don't think there's no way out of that.
yeah, selling your soul, you know.
And they're Eam. I mean,
It's hard.
the Eam is their best chance of survival when
That's true,
everything hits
actually.
the fan. So they're gonna try their best to like.
That's true. 'Cause
There's a
even-
reason why Eam maybe favors Garling
Right.
and put him in.
Right.
So if
Yeah.
they
'Cause
fuck
even
with
if-
Garling, then he's gonna be like, "Don't die in your head."
Even if they cut ties or like found a way out of it, they would probably like age instantly. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Literally
super
turn to
fast.
fucking
They'd get
smoke.
old.
Yeah, yeah,
They would
yeah.
get old, and whoever they're fighting would just kill them in like the hit.
Or they would just turn to dust because they're that
They're
old.
I could
yeah.
totally
They're probably
see
turning to dust.
that would be like obviously because they're super strong. Like if the Straw Hats were doing what they're kind of doing in Egghead and going up against them again, and things were getting pretty heated and things are getting pretty close. If they're just fucking snapped
Yeah.
mid fight.
Well,
and
that
fucking all the
see,
Straw
like
Hats are
that
like,
shit
oh,
would be crazy.
oh, fucking like I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
That
and
would
they're
be
like,
cool.
and they're like, oh fuck.
But would it be anticlimactic? See, that's what I just like. I think it's fun to talk about this
Mhm.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
how satisfying would it feel if like Eam was the one to just snap them away? Maybe they do get to fight the
Well,
Straw
yeah,
Hats, but maybe the
they
Straw
have
Hats
their
never beat
fights,
them.
and like they have their if the other character is able to showcase like everything that they can, and like Sabo, for instance, if you fight somebody like Garling or somebody, and they're like they fought to the end, like they did have their fight. It's just like they're immortal. Like they can only hold them off until whoever's gonna kill Emu.
No,
like, defeats
exactly.
Emu.
Yeah.
So if
So they
they
couldn't
could
beat them.
have all of their fights, and then literally in like you said, the scene like these fools are immortal though. Like there's only so much we can do until Emu gets taken out. But then it's kind of so it's like if Emu and the Gorosei, like Emu gets taken out, Gorosei get taken out, then it's just Blackbeard,
yeah.
Because they need to be
Or-
taken out. They need to be taken out.
or it's somebody else, including Blackbeard. Maybe Dragon's like, yo,
Yeah, honestly.
And
yeah.
the man marked by flames too.
yeah, maybe. But yeah,
See, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe if it was someone that they knew was going after Eam, and they're like, they're all like, we just need to keep holding them off
Yeah.
until this person gets to Eam. If we're invested in who that person is, and honestly, even if
Yeah.
that person is Blackbeard, that could be interesting too.
It's
I think it could be
Luffy,
Yeah.
taken out
Blackbeard, and Shanks.
You think it's gonna be
Teaming
all,
And Buggy.
all three-
against Emu. Oh, and Buggy, and bro, the 4M.
the 4 emperors against the king of the world.
That would be hard as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, come
I
on.
didn't even think about Bug. I mean, I have my theories about Buggy in the last war, but him being up there, like in Marie Joie,
It'd be hilarious
I'm
to see him
fucking
up
down.
there, bro.
That would be
Like,
funny as well. I'm
It
down.
would genuinely be so.
I
'cause
thought
then
he'd
he would,
fight. Yeah, I thought he'd fight a Seraphim, but I'm down for him to be up
and
there.
then he would gain
Yeah.
so much more respect from like all of his people. Like it'd be so funny.
Bro.
He probably wouldn't like do much, but
Because
he'd just
bro,
be there.
now Shanks is like personally invested
Yeah,
because
he
of like,
wants the One Piece though.
yeah.
He's like, I don't
Which
want
is
Luffy.
so
I want it.
But maybe they're like,
It's crazy.
none of us
Out
will
of
be- like,
nowhere.
we all want it, but none of us can have it. None of us until we take these fools out. So
Yeah.
maybe we just need to take these fools out, and then we can fight amongst
The world's
ourselves.
ending
Like how Kaido
anyway.
and
The
Big
world's
Mom.
ending
Yeah,
anyway.
yes.
Let's take him out.
Right.
The world's
Kaido
ending
and Big
anyway.
Mom did it. Yeah, they're like, we're just gonna wait till
We're
like
gonna fight everybody else.
Yes.
And then we'll kill each other. At the end.
yes.
Maybe if Luffy and Shanks like does his last fight, that'd be crazy. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But no, it doesn't need to be his last fight. But Luffy, I think Luffy and Blackbeard will be the final fight in the series if I had to bet money on it,
Mm.
because I feel like they're gonna both age up too. Like 40, like Blackbeard's like 40 right now. So it's 60. I think is prime in One Piece. Like when you're 60, no one's beating you before or after. But I think Blackbeard's gonna age up to when he's in his prime, 60. He's gonna have all 3 devil fruits, and he's gonna age up because I feel like finals. He might not happen at all, but I just have it just because of Jeweler Bonnie basically.
Mm.
But he's gonna age. Blackbeard's gonna age up, and then Luffy's gonna be Joy Boy's age.
I still
basically,
want
which is
something-
Shanks' age actually, because he's like 39, 40. So I think Joy Boy could be a Luffy that it was Shanks' age.
I still would.
And
I would
then he
love.
becomes Joy Boy again in the present time or present. When do we know about time? It's
Since
just-
Bonnie is with them too, like I would love for that to happen, for like them to get aged up, or Luffy and the Straw Hats, maybe not permanently, because we know her fruit will revert, like it'll wear off essentially. But like I do think it'd be cool
You
to
just
see
want to
them
see that.
in a fight. Yeah, like in their like
Yeah.
physical prime. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I had a theory that if I added like I wanted a Garp, Sengoku, and Suru, the woman marine that is always around them, to like fight somebody strong. All 3 of
Hell
them.
yeah!
I think like Kaido or Big Mom would be crazy.
And they're both still alive, so that could happen.
I think they're both still alive. That's just me, though.
100%.
Okay, real quick. Let's see. We got Jonathan R. Shout out Jonathan
Oh,
R.
sorry.
What if Eames' power is to create yokai, like Murphy had kind of alluded to in one of her videos, because a lot of them resemble yokai. So his power is to create yokai.
Yeah.
I mean that could work.
And then
Yeah.
they create double.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like, but is he didn't create Garling, like
Yeah, he's probably just giving the ability
powers.
to, like the 5. He
R-
probably
right.
only has 5 abilities he can give out, and then
Yeah.
they're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Mhm.
probably Garling's gonna be the 5th one. He's clearly the coolest elder already,
100%.
and when he gets his power, he's gonna be even cooler.
Like, cause
So,
he'll get like a yokai form too.
Yeah.
Will it be the spider? Will he have like a spider form too?
maybe, and I think Garling could look a lot cooler,
A lot fucking cooler than
especially
Mr.
if he
Water
just
News.
continues to use his sword. Like that would be crazy.
Yeah. Hassan even said, and shout out Hassan.
It's your kitchen.
Does this confirm God's Knights are Gorosei candidates?
Mm.
Is it God Knights or is it just Garling? Like, is it just something about him, or are all God Knights like kind of like on the bench, waiting to get tapped in?
I think it's like the Celestial Dragons have a hierarchy, like they said. Like the 5 elders were the highest ranking, but before that, it probably is like the Holy Knights is like whoever's part of the Holy Knights is probably the next.
That makes sense. I mean, again, it
Runner
probably
up for-
hasn't happened ever, or
Yeah,
in a very
hundreds of
long
years.
time.
You guys
so.
convinced
Literally
me about
hundreds of
that
years.
because you said, Nolan, their reaction kind of gives that away, and I think you're right. Like, if that was something that had ever happened before, they would have had they wouldn't have been as like fucking gazumped by that shit. Yeah,
Like, maybe like you said earlier though with Jupiter, like
Yeah.
he looks like the youngest one, so maybe the last time it happened was like 300 years ago.
yeah.
Like which is still be like it only happened a couple times in the whole.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, we've seen just the silhouette of the God Knights. Like, they're a crew.
I mean, we see
They're a
that.
crew,
we
bro.
see
Yeah.
that in our own government as well.
Old ass fucking
Mm.
people who don't want to leave.
Well, they're in one position, and then somebody else leaves, and then they get put up into that position, like Secretary of Defense, or like
Mhm.
the secretaries are. If like the House and then the Vice President they get taken out, then they automatically like they're in that position for a reason. Like they have,
Yeah.
like it is like you said, like it's government. So
Yeah.
it's whoever's Holy Knights is probably the third biggest body in the Celestial Dragons government.
Yeah.
Like Emu, 5 elders, and then Bow, Holy Knights.
Yeah.
Because they judge other knights.
Yeah.
Because that was Garling's whole intro. Is like he's able to judge other dragons.
I just want to keep going. We're almost towards the end, I think. So let me just switch back here for a second. Yeah, walked on, cool as hell. Takes his
Fucking
shades off.
crazy.
Bro, sits like a Kainu. That panel,
Yes.
someone like put the one with a Kainu and him side by side. And it's like, bro, chill, you're not him.
You're
but
not.
I'm like, bro,
he
I
is
don't know.
though.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
He kind
fucking
of
Shanks'
is.
dad, and he's probably gonna have a top 10 fight.
Let us work
sorry.
together for a better world. Like, bro, stressed. Bro, stressed.
Look at why
Bro.
is he tripping?
Because
You,
he's like,
Peter,
what
too.
is your
I'm
definition of a better
Yeah,
world?
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
That's so funny. Emo was like, you are still working. You are not.
You are still working.
I am still your manager, y'all.
Bro,
Like,
here
what
it
time?
is.
Oh yeah, and Garling. I mean,
That was
Garling.
so cool.
Saturn, fucking literally being
Where are
like
the medics?
choked.
Where are the medics?
This shit was fucking scary. Like seeing this.
No,
shit, I mean,
literally.
Bro, we've seen demons, pentagrams, summonings, and shit. But
Yeah,
like something
everyone-
about this shit, like Saturn's
everyone's
grabbing
getting
his
touched.
throat. And
No,
all
he's
this, like,
literally getting his
'Cause he's
soul
just a
sucked out his
dude.
fucking body.
He's just a dude.
No,
He's
that
guy.
shit. That shit's horrific.
Oh yeah, and him fucking turning into a husk.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking scary, bro.
No,
Scary.
it is scary.
But we got some doll in there too. so
Is
that
it
kinda made
some
a little
sort of
better.
disease? And you even see something near his feet. Like if you scroll a little bit down, like what is that next to him?
What, like the blackness and all that?
It looks like a little person. Like
Well, you can kinda-
He's talking
bro, but-
squiggly.
right? Like,
Yeah.
there's like an eye and like
Well, you can
Hey,
kind of
yeah.
see it even more. Where was
He's
it?
like,
Right here.
oh.
You see this? Like it looks like a
Oh
little face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go up real quick.
Yeah.
To the left, to that panel. You're
This
right.
one?
Like that's probably Saturn. Like getting. Oh yeah.
like this right here. Like they look like
Yeah.
little like
And then
demons.
Saturn. I think that might be Saturn.
this
Like
one?
right there. Yeah. And he's literally that's his mouth and like his
Oy.
arm right there, and he's literally like
Yeah.
Sorry,
getting
that's-
disintegrated basically.
Shit,
Bro, yeah, this is like horrific.
I was trying to zoom in a little bit on the mangas to look
Yeah.
at exactly what we were
Right there.
seeing. Right here. Yeah, right here.
Where she's like,
Where it's the moo panel right there.
Mother.
But yeah,
he literally
bro,
says,
bro, literally, no, yeah, because that's his hand.
yeah, it's his
Yes.
head.
That's his fucking hand.
That's
Oh
it.
my god!
And that's what I guess those are
bro.
his legs. You can see his like.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah!
Oh my Jesus.
But even
Oh,
right
yes.
here, what I was saying, is, look at this
Oh my
face in the corner
Oh
right
yeah,
here,
that's scary.
below that.
Literally like.
Bro, this looks like some fucking Moria
Devilish
shit. Like some
shit,
Gecko
bro.
Moria shit.
Bro,
Bro, I just
Moria?
hear this like getting all the air fucking sucked out
No,
of
he
him,
really is.
fucking like screeching, fucking like
Bro,
scary.
is that like
Bro.
that shit exploded?
Yeah.
Like, why did he have to? Why is it so?
Bro,
Wow.
crazy. Crazy.
He said, "Have mercy. How could I have anticipated that power foiling us?" Like that's
Well,
what's
I
crazy.
guess so, because it's been hundreds of years.
He said, "I did not anticipate someone being stronger than me." No, it can't be Aim.
Or like Kizaru not really being into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
well, Luffy as a factor was not like supposed to happen. It's crazy.
Skeleton. Crazy though.
Insane.
Fucking crazy.
Insane.
That was
insane.
like I was not expecting that
Oh, I wasn't expecting him to get replaced at all.
at all.
I was like, oh shit. I mean, so many people thought that Saturn was gonna die, so they were right. Like Elder was going to die at the end of the arc, so
Mhm.
it's like, damn.
But by
because he
Eames'
failed.
hand?
Bro,
Maybe.
I kind of.
Yeah, because they were like he failed.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's
we
what
might have
I
written-
said,
Yeah.
but I said it was going to be all of them.
You
I
did.
said it was going to be all of
all of them's crazy.
That was wild. That was a little
Oh.
too. I got a little too carried away.
Oh, Tony.
But I'm gonna go through the fucking book of L's, and I feel like I wrote
me see
a
that.
version of that
Let me see
down.
that.
We'll see.
Sick.
But anyway, damn.
Down, dude.
We get this is around the time we get the Frankenpunk stuff.
Freak ass Frankenpunk.
Which was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Then we cut to the Kamabaka Queen.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
We see Koala
Walla.
Koala.
and the Revs, and they're talking like it's time for them to fucking.
No, they're
move,
really like,
dude.
okay, like we got the full picture now. Like they
Yes.
know everybody knows everything.
Yep. Like
As
it's
much as
time
they
to
can.
mobilize.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, again, Mara was saying it. Some other people have been saying shit's about. They're about to start really doing shit. Like I know we keep saying that.
Yeah,
but
well, the revolutionaries have been active since. They've been pretty active outside of like all the major arcs, like Wano, like in Reverie, like even like the in between acts, like between Act 3, they've been doing shit.
Yeah,
it's been crazy. There's been a lot of people doing stuff. Like Blackbeard's probably like top 3 most active people right now.
The moves
in his whole group.
And then that final panel is Dragon. We must hurry and achieve victory for our cause before the people of the world kill each other to secure habitable land. Yeah, people are gonna, because this is, I think, something that we also thought would happen. There are so many people that heard that message that are like, fuck, bro, like, we need to get to higher ground. Marijuana's fucked, too, because people are probably going to start going there. And if the numbers are big enough, like, what are they going to do?
They're going to overrun them.
Yeah, so, like, it is going to be chaos on, like, a global scale. Yeah. So, like, whatever's going to be happening on Elbaf is going to kind of be...
Well, it's also like it's like textbook, like, fucking classism. Like, it's like, oh, y'all are high up. We're, like, further down. Like, we're the first to die. You guys get to survive. Like, how is that fucking fair?
Yeah.
And it's just going to go full fucking chaos.
Yeah. But, like, whatever's happening on Elbaf is going to be, like, there is going to be... You know how when they were in Wano and they were cut off from the world and they come back and you find out all this fucking shit was going down? Like, it's going to be crazy. Because if they're there, the world is going to descend into fucking madness, bro. Madness. And
yeah, I think Dragon, I think the main thing with Akainu, I think him and Akainu have a dynamic,
a history, like a
and I think that they actually are probably, they might be more similar than not similar, because I feel like Akainu, he might betray the Celestial Dragons in the final war, and he'll have his own kind of like military coup, which is very common in a lot of these storylines, but.
Because they would have been in the Marine,
yeah.
Like they would have been training maybe around the same time.
Yeah, I think so. They're like the same age, like damn near. Even Aokiji's like a decade younger than them.
And Kizaru's older, right?
Kizaru's older than both of them. He's like a year or two older. That's why he called him a brat.
So it'd be like Kizaru, then it'd be like Akainu and Dragon, and then it'd be Kuzan. Like,
yeah. So I think I wouldn't be. They definitely. You know what's crazy? If Akainu does leave the Marines, or like he starts his own, or like he does a military coup with the Marines, I could see Fujitora actually staying.
Yeah.
And then they have to deal with him though. So I've always been under the impression that Fujitora is like gonna, like, he's already been freeing slaves in freaking Marijois, so he's not really with any of that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know who he's gonna fight. I don't. Everyone says Zoro. I don't, bro. How many fights is Zoro gonna have?
I know.
He already has 3 lined up. He's got Fujitora, he's got Shiryu, and he's got oh my god, he's got fucking Mihawk, and he's got Nozdoro.
Yeah,
one of the elders.
Yeah, the horse.
Like what?
Yeah,
right.
There's no way one of those fights doesn't. I don't think Zoro versus Fujitora probably isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I'll just say that.
But do you think? Yeah. And I don't know if I asked you this too, but since you're talking about Aokiji and like Akainu, sorry, if you're talking about Akainu like staging a coup, do you think that he was surprised by a lot of the stuff that Vegapunks was saying, or he knew all that? He didn't really
seem like he was. Yeah. I think he'll betray after the One Piece gets found, and there's actual truth. I feel like that when the One Piece gets found, he might do something then,
right?
Because he's like, okay, well, these fools are literally sinking the world. Maybe we just haven't gotten his reaction truly yet. But he is, maybe the next time we see him, he is planning something. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, bro, the world's gonna end.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who says. There's people. Marines are like, we should go get the One Piece, and then somebody's like, who's gonna protect regular people then? So some people said Akainu said that.
In this chapter, or
not in the last one when they were like announcing the One Piece was like super important, and there was Marines that were like, we should go get it. He's like, who's gonna protect regular people then? I don't know if Akainu said that or someone else, but
that last chapter, like, bro, it really made me come around on him. Like, I would joke about how much I hated him because, but like he had the most human, like when Kizaru, yelled at him and he was like, "I'm sorry," like sorry, brother. Like that shit was fucking crazy.
So like, what the fuck is going on? Like the final war is already the best arc to me in One Piece. Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care, dude. I don't care. Like it's
Yeah.
already, it's up. It's up.
Yeah.
It's up already. It's the best. It's the best one. It's up.
I
Like
agree.
all the people are like, oh, he's gonna fail. It's like it's not that bad. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be. It's been consistent from beginning to end. It's like the same issues that you've had. It's like the same. It's the same thing. I don't know.
It's been consistent,
It's only.
and he's been honing his craft.
Yeah,
the whole
it's just
time.
and it's just like this is what he's been wanting to write for since the beginning. It's very clear, and
Yeah.
I feel it in each chapter. I'm like he's revealing something.
Yeah.
Each chapter, he's or clarifying something, and which I guess a lot of people don't agree with. But I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like a lot has happened in this arc more than whole sagas already. So I don't know.
I feel that every chapter, like this is fucking huge. Like every chapter, and
It's been
Egghead,
like that
bro,
forever.
and Egghead is over, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Every single fucking chapter has been crazy. Like there,
Yeah, in
I
the context of the whole show, it for real, it has.
Yeah.
You need to take that into the whole series. Yeah, it's crazy.
I kept thinking because obviously when we came on, that was when we were first week to week, and we were
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, it's cool now, but like just get ready for when it, because
Mhm.
inevitably there might be a
Yeah.
slow week here or there. I never felt that shit not one time.
Yeah,
Not
I
one
wasn't-
time.
I wasn't really.
Yeah,
like,
we've
I was always getting something out of like an Egghead chapter. Always.
Always. A couple more super chats. Well, first off, we got a member comment from Kevin Hinosa. Let's fucking go. Imagine if Charlos was chosen to replace Saturn instead of Garling. Charlos would be overpowered. See, that's the thing. Imagine like Charlos with Saturn's power. Saturn's power. Like Eam gave Charlos power. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I'm here for it.
That would be insane.
Honestly,
You want that?
if we saw him fucking Charlos fucking floating, dude. He had a demon form, too. He was a fucking spider. And he was-
Charlos?
Yeah, bro. That shit would make me laugh.
That
And
would
it's
be
all
really
about
fun.
joy
Intense.
and it's all about laughter, and I would love that shit, bro. I would love that shit. Even though Garling looks cool as hell. Terrence Matthews with a super chat. I theorize that the God Knights will have cosmic Logia,
Logia.
a super class of Logia like the special Paramecia and Mythical
That'd
Zone.
be hard.
I believe that Figarland has a moon fruit.
Moon. Like you're just made out of moon.
But that's the thing. Like you think about
That's
like
hard, though.
there's
Moonlight, yeah.
special Paramecia, like Mythical Zones, like
Yeah.
Logia having like an extreme version of
Yeah.
that fruit would be
That'd be cool.
it would be cool as hell,
That
bro.
would be
I would
cool.
love that shit. I would love that.
Like that'd be insane. I think the thing about the Holy Knights though is that each one is kind of like descended from a different celestial dragon family. So
Oh,
I
that's-
think the
okay.
thing about the God Knights is that they're each of the God's Knights, if there's like it's like maybe 10, 11, Figarland is usually one of the probably the strongest one, I would say, but I think they all kind of have Conqueror's hockey. I think all of them are able to have Conqueror's coding on their stuff because they're all descended from kings, and it's clear that the elders have Conqueror's hockey. The Garling, if he's Shanks' dad, he's got to have some Conqueror's hockey. I don't think it's weird to say. I think it's just inevitable that Garling is just going to pop out with some Conqueror's hockey on his sword. How did he scar Whitebeard? He's the one that scarred Whitebeard, by the way.
Garling,
Garling.
I believe it.
In case you didn't know.
I fucking believe it. It's a fact.
Because he was like, when he looked at Shanks' face, he was like, every time I see your fucking face, it just makes my scar hurt. And it wasn't Roger. It's not Roger.
And it wasn't Shanks.
No. It was Garling.
It was Garling.
Back when he was 40.
Yeah.
Back when he was 40, he was just getting into his prime strength and somebody scarred his ass. Haha, Whitebeard. Everyone, I like in One Piece, everybody gets touched.
Yeah.
Everyone
Right.
gets embarrassed. Everybody. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kaido got embarrassed. Big Mom, even Whitebeard gets embarrassed. He's like, fuck, I'm old. Shit, Rayleigh gets embarrassed. He's like, I can't beat Blackbeard.
Yeah.
He's
Like
that fool
time
would,
comes
that fool
for
would beat my
everybody.
ass.
Yeah.
He can't beat Kizaru. So everybody gets touched in One Piece.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's what I like. Everyone's gonna get embarrassed.
I think that
Nobody's
should be-
clean.
Yeah.
I think Shanks is like probably the most cool looking, and he's still gonna look like he's gonna get fucked up by
Yeah.
the end of it. He might die. That's how messed up he's gonna get.
People might
Blackbeard's gonna-
misinterpret it, but I would tell
Yeah.
everybody like, yeah, you should get into One Piece because everybody gets touched in it.
Oh,
And-
that's crazy.
And that's why I like.
I didn't mean like that. I mean like everybody
Everyone
gets
gets
fucking
touched,
smacked
bro.
up. Everybody gets killed. Everybody gets beaten up. And everyone gets embarrassed at one point. Nobody's
It's like the
and
School
nobody's
of Rock.
too cool. Like,
It's like School of Rock.
nobody's too cool in One Piece.
No, he's like the substitute teacher when they find out he's not the real teacher, and he's like, I've touched your kids. And I'm pretty sure they've touched me. And they're like, what?
Yeah. Like, no, not like that. I swear to
Yeah.
God. I swear to God.
That shit's funny.
But I still okay. We from this chapter, and Nolan, I don't know if you came with one in mind, but I would love for you to, if you can think of one, or if you have one in mind already, maybe write down like something in the Book of Elves, some kind of prediction theory,
Elves.
something you think is going to happen based on something that happened in this chapter. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be small, and you don't have to put a whole lot of like thought into it because it is the Book of Elves for a reason. So it's kind of like the crazier it is, the better, if anything. I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet, but let's get into it. I've been thinking. I've been stewing. I've been thinking.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know. So let me get the. Tony woke up, huh? Tony's full of energy now.
I've tried. I was like, go get your toy, and then he just keeps barking at me. He's like, "Arr!" I'm like, okay then.
Do you have anything in mind this week, Megan?
Oh, I don't know.
This is crazy.
The
Never seen
tome.
the book.
The
Oh, yeah.
tome.
Never seen the book before, y'all.
Do you have and so what we want to do is we want to, when we do our like, because we want to reread it through all the
Yeah.
way.
There's so many.
Yeah, we want to go through and
Oh.
stamp like what we got right and what we got wrong.
What is it, like- God dang. What?
I'll just read a random one if you can.
Yeah, I can't read your handwriting.
Okay, I'll read a random one. So I'll go back a little bit and I'll say that like so one thing that we wrote down is the man marked by flames
Oh, right.
was marked by the mother flame. Like, so when they say man marked by flames, the flame
Oh,
that
that's
marked him
hard.
was the mother flame.
That's hard.
So I don't know if that's gonna pan out or not, but
Vegapunk will give us no new information outside of just the name of the
ancient kingdom.
ancient kingdom.
I thought like
Oh,
that
he's
was
not gonna say the name of
August.
this.
I thought
That's hilarious.
because-
That's August?
yeah.
Oh, wait, this August.
yeah.
I was like, it last.
no.
What the fuck?
We were fucking cracked.
Joy Boy was 100% a buccaneer.
A lot of people think
Oh,
he's a
Buccaneer.
giant. I think maybe he's a buccaneer. I don't know.
I don't know. He looked regular in the flashback.
He kind of did though,
He
right?
looked very regular in the flashback. He looked very Luffy in the flashback. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Kaku will die for Lucci and Stussy.
Okay.
Dang, for the arc? This is just for the arc alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of
Oh.
this, I think, is all for Egghead. A
Oh,
lot of it
wow.
is,
Oh, okay.
and then some of them are like more general, like
Yeah.
things that.
Beppo and Law will get sucked into a whirlpool.
Because by the man
Oh, by the
Moria.
man Mark.
You wrote that one a
Whoa,
long
that's
time ago,
hard.
though. We wrote that one a long time ago.
What,
Yeah.
Moria?
The Beppo and Law
Oh,
will get sucked
really?
in. Yeah,
by,
we wrote
by
that.
The,
That was like one of the
Yo,
first
that's
ones
pretty
that
good.
we wrote.
that's
We
not
wrote
bad.
Moria will join Cross Guild.
That makes sense.
The man marked by flame is dragon.
That was
that was
wrong. That's
you.
wrong as fuck. That's so wrong.
Dragon?
That's so dumb. Because
Interesting.
that's before we knew about. That's before we knew more information about him.
Sort of like beginning of the arc. Like,
Yeah, this was like-
Well, yeah, they were talking a lot about Dragon in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a bunch of some are maybe better than others, but
I think
Yeah.
maybe can I make a prediction for the next arc, like
yeah,
Elbaf?
fuck yeah. Here, let me get the gold pen though.
Dude, I don't know. Is Kid gonna pop up, y'all? What do you think?
What do you guys think? Someone's
Who's popping up? Who's pulling up to Elbaf? Because I thought Elbaf was gonna be very not simple, but I thought it was just gonna be red hair pirates and straw hat pirates and having a Davy back fight. But which just means like Luffy and Shanks are gonna fight. Like Beckman and Rue are gonna have a 2v2 against Zoro and Sanji, and then Yasop is gonna lead the rest of the red hairs against Jinbei and Usopp and the rest of the straw hats in like a competition or something. But I don't know. It just looks like Elbaf is just going to be even bigger than just kind of like giving you info. I don't know. It could be because I don't know. There's a lot of chapters in Egghead that are like outside of Egghead completely. So really, it's like
Yeah.
it's like 50 chapters when it's really like 66. There's like
Yeah.
a dozen chapters like outside of they're talking about focusing on
Which
outside of
which
it.
was so sick.
well,
Which
that's
is
why,
so sick.
bro. I think I based on this chapter that the Hachinosu, because we kept
Yeah.
cutting there a lot, right? We kept cutting to Kuzan and Garp and Kobe and like a lot of the Hachinosu shit. I think that on Elbaf we'll be cutting back and forth to whatever the Revs are doing.
Yeah.
Like I think that's gonna be like simultaneous.
Like where we definitely in the mindset of like waiting until before or after the arc for like things outside the world, but like this is Final Saga. It's up.
Yeah.
Like the all the arcs are just gonna, you don't know where the next chapter really is gonna head. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, because we got fucking Shanks and Kid and Law and Blackbeard. We got like
The Cross Guild.
think of
No, Egghead was
Cross Guild, yeah.
insane. Like
Egghead
in
was
general,
crazy.
like it was
Egghead was
absolutely
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
Come on now, y'all. Egghead is like objectively for me a top 10 arc in the show.
Top three.
Thank you. Fuck it. Top 5. Fuck it. Fuck it. Thank you. You know what? With the anime, oh my god, it's up. There's no other arc.
It's up.
Sorry, I know people are very attached to their arcs.
They got to redo their list. They got to redo their
Well,
whole
you gotta-
list.
Oh, after an arc comes out, you got to redo the list.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
how
bull.
long have we been in Egghead?
Couple years.
2 years.
2
now,
years.
probably.
Yeah.
So how long is the final saga gonna be, bro? I don't.
It has to. Okay.
I don't
6
understand.
years.
Yeah.
Because we're already at 2, bro, and he said 5. It's over.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
I don't know
4
what.
more years.
I don't. Okay. I kind of want to steal what Mara said earlier. I kind of because like based on this chapter and like the putting more emphasis and focus on the famine or whatever. Not famine. The motherfuckers aren't fucking starving. They're just not getting
They just can't cook for
appetizers and
themselves.
desserts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
And
they're getting
entrees
full. They're
and
getting
fucking
full meals. No,
caviar.
they're getting full meals. They're just not getting snack. One is I
Yeah.
didn't get a snack today.
Couldn't even get a
I
snack.
Yeah, like bitch, okay. But I do think that like I don't know when that would happen. Like when would Luffy encounter Dragon? You know what I'm saying? Like when would that fight even happen? It probably wouldn't be for a while. So a prediction based on like something from this chapter. Because it's probably gonna be a wrap for Vegapunk, right? Like we're probably not gonna see maybe York. We'll see more of, but well, actually, I don't know because they
Well, if they get
contacted
involved with
Weatheria.
some crazy shit, then I'd be down to see them.
Like
I
what
mean, they're traveling wherever. So
they're moving. It's a mobile
Yeah.
fucking cloud. What do you think they're talking to Weatheria about? Like
maybe helping people to make more sky islands, because just in case the world floods,
Right.
you know,
right?
seem to know a lot about that.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. A prediction, a theory about like Garling, and his role going forward, like what he's gonna
Garling, so
do.
I'm really on Garling right now, like for no reason. He's a new elder. He's cool. Shanks' his dad. I just want to see him fight.
I gotta think of at least fucking one
theory.
bro. At least fucking one. It could be. I'm scrolling through the chapter right now too. They're talking about throwing York shit out. Talking about. Okay. What is going to happen with these motherfuckers right here? The Revs, Saturn being fucking sucked dry right here. I don't something about Garling. Like because again, yeah, the Gorosei can't do shit, but I like the idea that they don't fuck with Garling. I think
Yeah,
that would
it's
be
funny.
interesting.
Because he's young to them. He's basically a young kid to them.
He's a kid. He's a child. He's a literal baby. He's like a baby.
He's like a baby though. He's like, ugh. That's why he has an attitude too. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, work together, y'all.
Like, do you think that they would try to like sabotage
No,
him?
I don't really think they're gonna
No.
sabotage each other. I just think they're gonna straight up just fight. Like, I think Dragon has like, he's gonna give us the game plan. He's like, you're fighting them, you're fighting him, and the final war will probably be quicker than you think it'd be because it's just all focusing on action. So I could see the final war technically being maybe even less chapters than Egghead.
Oh
If you're just focusing on action.
yeah.
It's like Marineford was like 30 chapters. Look how that turned out. It's not that many chapters, but it was clearly.
Is that really the amount of chapters it is?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That does. I mean, I'm sure that that's right, but that doesn't seem right.
Mhm.
But I'm sure it is.
Yep.
Tony's going crazy.
I'm holding
right
his
now.
rope right now.
All right, I'm just gonna say, Luffy. I'm gonna steal Mara's thing, and Dragon, will fight over over the Revs cutting Marijois. I'm gonna just write MG off from food. So thank you, Mara. Thank you so much. I'll even put a little star right here, and I'll say actually, because I put like Josh, but I'll put actually Mara.
This is Mara's win.
Actually, this is Mara. But I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it won't happen for a while, but that's what I'm going with. I'm passing it all the way down now.
Let me think.
Think. We need freaking thinking music. And I can scroll through. Feel free in chat too if you have any theories or any ideas or anything that you think might happen based on things that took place in this chapter.
Somebody said in the chat, big news Morgans will run into Punk Records in the sky and leak it to the world. Shout out to my weed man.
Dr. Umar's burner.
burner.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
That's
Umar.
cracked, bro.
That's pretty cracked, bro.
That is. I mean, why have we been cutting to him so much? You know what I'm saying? Like more
For real.
more than usual.
Well,
I don't
BB's
know.
there.
There's got some
Well,
people.
They got people. But
Got
I'm
some
just
people
saying,
with
like
him.
that's very likely. That's
Yeah.
very likely.
Morgan's is crazy. It's like, I don't
He
give
is-
a fuck if the world falls. Like, I'm in the sky, baby. I'm
I'm
flying.
a bird.
I'm a bird.
But he's like not a bird. Like that's what's so fucking crazy. Like this
Weird.
man is just like
He just chooses to be in
why
his
the
own world.
fuck? What are you hiding?
Do you
He's
do
the
you,
biggest
do you
bird.
guys subscribe to the theory that he was part of Roger's crew?
Big news?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there a reason why?
He's
Was it-
hiding his identity.
Because he's hiding his identity. That'd be cool if he is somebody relevant like that.
Yeah.
If he's hiding his identity like that, that'd be cool.
If he's someone
Never
like
thought of it
really
like hiding his
significant and
identity like that,
important,
but
yeah.
Katarina.
like- Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a
Well-
good one.
just
fuck.
use Saturn's form to
That's fucking
infiltrate
good. Damn.
Marijois.
But like,
Maybe because people don't know. Maybe other people don't know he got killed.
I don't think anybody outside of maybe the Gorosei know.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep that shit hush hush.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
why-
all of there's even more Marines that saw Saturn. So they're like, yeah, that's him.
What's
But the
today's
vice
date?
admiral, all the vice admirals
this
saw
is
it.
Oh, right. They just
Yeah, they did.
completely fucking
So do you
ignore
think that
yeah.
her using that form is going to end up like getting them caught or like create like a
It's gotta do
ripple?
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, they're probably going to save that.
Well,
Well, I said to infiltrate Marijois
Okay, but then okay.
to get. I don't know. I don't
And
know
there
why
could be
they would
good
do that.
Maybe for the treasure that
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doflamingo was
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. But yeah, that's mine. MVP.
Okay. Nolan, slide it down.
Dang.
That's a good one. But
What's
I do
gonna
like the
happen?
idea that it's gonna fucking blow up in their face. That it's gonna go so bad for them. Because they did not bank on
No.
her or him dying. They're like, these motherfuckers have been alive for hundreds of years. There's no way. Thousands maybe. And then he literally dies. Like in
Ooh.
universe, it's like that day.
Yeah, Brandon King said those Marines heard him say emu. They're gonna be like, "What was that? Who was he talking to?"
He did say it out loud. And they're like, what the fuck was that? And he says, I want to
He
know
says,
what
"Moo."
the official says, but he says moo at some point too.
Emu.
Yeah, he says, isn't emu's ocean backwards, right?
Yeah, like Umi or something.
Umi,
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they could be like, what the fuck was that? Emu. They start asking
Moo.
too many questions. They all get killed. That's what I'm saying. They're fodder. They're cannon fodder. They were only introduced to die.
The
They're-
Vice Admirals or Gorosei?
These vice admirals.
Oh, well,
Spec-
yeah.
specifically the chin
The
guy.
Egghead. Buster called Admiral. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. They only existed to showcase the power of other people.
Luffy will be blamed for Saturn's death, and his bounty will reach 4 billion. Koro Sensei said.
That's pretty crazy too.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy too. But would they want the world to
Hmm.
know that?
Well, maybe because they just knew he was involved with Vegapunk's death.
Yeah.
So you would have to. smartest dude in the world killing him.
Yeah.
Maybe they just put the blame on Luffy. Be like, dude, this fool's. And they know that he has Vegapunk on. They have a Vegapunk on the crew, so his bounty probably should just go up. For literally,
Yeah, do you think there's going to be a new bounty?
They have to give him a bigger bounty.
All of them?
He is more dangerous. Yeah.
At the beginning
maybe
of
not
Elbaf?
all of them. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Between arcs, though, do you think it'll happen?
Oh, between arcs of
Yeah,
bounty?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll get, before the final war, he'll definitely have a new bounty other than 3 bill.
Before Elbaf, you think? Or maybe not?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe for Elbaf. But he for sure will have a bounty before the final war, and then probably surpass Rogers after the war. So he'll have 4.6 bill right now or something, like 4.5, and then after the war he just gets a bill more.
That's crazy.
That'll put him over the surpassing.
It's just going to have like an infinite. It's just going to go to
Yeah.
infinity.
It really is at some
at that
point.
Yeah.
Gonna be that. Let me shut up while we're still thinking. Jonathan R with another super chat. Let's fucking go.
Well, I mean,
said to add to Lisan Al Gaib's theory, Katarina could infiltrate so Blackbeard could get the weapon that Eam is using. 100%.
I think I might just write down Joy Boy is Luffy.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
For sure.
That's great. Absolutely, Jonathan R. I think that. Yeah. Did they say, by the way, that they only had juice for that for La Lucia, or did they have more juice? Well, now they have access to, I guess, like
the Mother Flame. Yeah,
or
that's what they were. Yeah.
But like, did they ever say that before they had access to that one attack was the only one they could do?
I don't think so. I don't think they did.
Not sure.
Because imagine again if Blackbeard does, like, if they do take it, but then they don't have them they'd have to take York too, which would tie all the way back to me thinking that York would eventually end up on Blackbeard's crew somehow, some way. I mean, I don't think that's as likely as it was before.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that more so when we knew they were on the way to Egghead, but we didn't know that they were going to touch.
Definitely thought
Saturn.
they'd have a. Yeah, they definitely. I thought Blackbeards were gonna have a Vegapunk too.
Yeah.
You know, they could maybe, but.
Tony, what are you barking at, bro?
Monty.
Stop.
They're talking business about the podcast back there.
Yeah, he's crunching the numbers.
Yeah, he's like,
It'd
you get it on my desk tomorrow.
It'd be different if Lilith was like the Vegapunk Stein, because she is evil, so she could just rock with Blackbeard, but she's rocking with the Straw Hats right now. So.
I'm gonna ask you any other questions I think about since we have you here right now. Like, speaking of Lilith, I know it doesn't really pertain to this chapter specifically, but what do you think her future is in the story? Like, where do you think she's gonna end up?
I mean, I could see her like helping Frankie out with a fight, maybe. Like he fights because the intro was like them the giant robot, right, in Egghead, like they lifted up the Sunny and it was like huge.
Yeah.
So I could see them getting an upgrade or something, and then he has to fight somebody big like that. Maybe like San Juan Wolf on the Blackbeard Pirates, the big dude.
Yeah.
Maybe like what's the other Frankie fight? Maybe like a Vice Admiral, you know, in the final war. But I don't really know Lilith herself either. She'll be involved with something. I'm not sure. I think maybe a fight for sure, but definitely like helping out with coordinating the ancient weapons, maybe.
Okay.
Like locating and then helping out if there's any like measures to counter them, like whoever has that many. And
what about Bonnie and Kuma? Like, where are they going?
Bonnie and Kuma. Wow. I mean, Bonnie with the Nika form's crazy. Like, she's already shot to such big importance just because of that. Like, I could see her fighting. Well, I thought before Saturn got eliminated, I thought she was gonna fight. Like, Saturn and her were gonna fight in the final war, or like Kuma, like 2v1, something like that.
That shit would have been crazy. But Kuma came in with that punch, and like that was cool. That was satisfying.
Yeah, I was very satisfied with that whole. Yeah, that was probably the best illustrated punch in the show so far. In the series.
You put it over Luffy hitting Charlos.
I mean, just like illustration wise, just how it's drawn. Yeah, like literally just how it's drawn. I do like the Luffy hitting the Celestial Dragon more though as a story moment.
Yeah,
but dude, like that was awesome. Kuma hitting him was insane.
That shit was fucking crazy. It was satisfying. It did like everything it needed to do. I just don't know. I mean, people have talked about maybe like her going to join the Revs too, like her linking up with
BOP, bro.
Dragon and everybody.
fight.
because of her connection to Kuma, and because that
Yeah.
was like Kuma's. That was
I could
Kuma's
see
group
that.
too.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
can see that.
Mhm.
So they
Um,
got
but they got-
revolutionaries got people. Bro.
They really do.
when you think about it, they really do.
they really
Because
do.
you don't
100%.
think about it, and you're seeing like, okay, the revolutionary commanders, they survived. You know, they're all good. They went to Reverie, fucked it up, and they came back. They're good.
Yeah.
So then you have like the deputy commanders, and just like kind of like them underneath them. But I like one of them's like a bull mink, so you already know if he goes Sulong. They have a Sulong on their team too. You didn't know that, y'all. He's a bull mink.
That's crazy.
Then you got him, and you got Ivankov, who's probably way stronger than we think he is at this point. Even though Marineford like gave him great portrayal, like he really is like probably close to a Bill. Even though you're not thinking that, like the man is definitely Yonko commander.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He is.
Yeah.
And Kuma. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, Bonnie. Bonnie. Yeah, a Nika clone.
For real.
Literally.
What the hell?
Bro, they
Under
have, like,
Dragon
Just
would
that
be crazy.
Yeah, just that alone under Dragon is already fucking crazy.
Yeah, her alone, and she
Crazy.
knows decent. She has hockey. She does have hockey.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, she can fight.
Yeah. They're insane, dude. They're
Yeah.
wild.
I think the craziest, my favorite part of the final war would be if she's like aging or making people younger during the war.
I need that to
Oh,
happen. I mean,
dude.
I feel like
I'd
that's
be
one
like,
of those
yo,
theories that
this
I
is
really
crazy.
want so bad.
Yeah, in
So
terms of
crazy.
general, like how general one of the craziest parts would definitely be if characters were getting younger and getting older to like match the
Like Luffy getting older, Garp getting younger type thing.
like Rayleigh, Gar, like you could have the Roger Pirates come back
Yeah.
as like Scopper Gabon.
Yeah.
Some people see that he's at Elbaf chilling.
Well,
The Sanji
okay,
of the
yeah. Now, okay, that's another
Roger Pirates,
good
you know?
question I have for you. Like, who do you think that silhouetted guy was?
I don't know.
At the
Dude,
fucking
like,
end,
what?
bro. Like,
Like
I
how
know.
many
Literally.
like people
How
are
could
we
I
still
know?
like
how many silhouettes?
How could I know?
Come on, like it's like every.
I think the guy in at the end of that one chapter where Vegapunk's like hyping up the One Piece, like you know, like his silhouette, and he has like a sword.
yes.
I feel like that could be a Holy Knight. That could be the new Supreme Commander if he got upgraded.
That's the person getting promoted.
So
Now
he's
that
now the
Garling-
Supreme Commander, which is probably going to be Garling's fucking son. I'll say it right here, Garling's fucking son. The new commander,
Write
the
it
new
down.
Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights will be Garling's son, aka Shanks' little bro, or Shanks' twin.
That's what I was gonna say. Shanks' bro or Shanks' twin?
Shanks' bro twin.
Because again, I do like the idea that there could be an evil Shanks. Like, imagine if you
Makes
are right
sense.
and there is an evil Shanks.
It
Not
makes
that
sense.
Shanks we see is evil, but
Yeah, no, there's a Shanks. He's like identical. He's like he's literally an evil twin. Like he's like a Shanks if he's like, okay,
Evil
my son
twin.
got kidnapped. Why the fuck wouldn't I have another son?
yeah.
I can just have another one.
Yeah.
He's
Or-
like,
Or,
hey,
or maybe yeah, he had two and he was
He
like,
had a
"Bro,
baby. He
I
was a
only,
baby.
I
They're
only
like,
wanted one.
yeah,
He's like,
either-
no, I see the potential in this one more.
Or you
Yeah.
need as a celestial dragon, you need to have a kid because your kid needs to have Conqueror's Hockey. To
And yeah,
have each of the families, I feel like they all have Conqueror's Hockey. That might not mean that they know how to coat themselves in it with the Black Lightning, but guarantee that if the Holy Knights and the Gorosei are all like the heads of their families, their respective families, then they all have Conqueror's Hockey. All the elders have Conqueror's Hockey. This man Garling has Conqueror's Hockey. I think the other members of the Holy Knights have Conqueror's Hockey,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Which is what makes the Celestial Dragons as a final group to fight against, and they are the last group, and technically they would be the strongest group, which is crazy because we always thought they were pussy, right, with the fucking Charlos and all them, but it really does take something to have control of the world for like a 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You have to have knowledge, some grit, and you have to take a lot of risks. It seems
Yeah.
like they constantly, like the elders are, when they were like working on Egghead, and they're like, shit, we got to get this going, we got to get this going, we got to get this going. The only people that would have been able to handle all that coordination is the Straw Hats and Luffy because of Nika's unpredictability in general. Like
Yeah.
he even said as Saturn was dying, like, how the fuck could I? He can do anything. He can literally do anything. He's doing a bunch of shit. He's doing all sorts of stuff. Like I feel like the other emperors probably would have been able to handle the situation just as well, but dealing with somebody like Luffy trying to get something done
Yeah.
is like, that's the
Mhm.
worst type of person you can encounter.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what's just crazy. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, celestial dragons, they definitely are. Makes sense for them to be the last group that you fight.
Yeah,
the last actual group.
I think that that's very true too. I think that I mean, there's so many ways that I could see it like shaking out. I've like, you know, Roger in the past, like Roger's basically said like he thinks Buggy's gonna be the one to like get the One Piece, or you know, Blackbeard's gonna, like, someone's gonna get it before the Straw Hats. I like that too. Like, you know, we were kind of showing everyone like all the major players in that panel. You know, I kind of assumed that the guy with the sword was the man marked by flame, but it also could be the person promoted now that Garling is an elder. But that motherfucker on the fucking island, like, I don't know.
It could even be like none of that. It could be Scott.
No, yeah. I mean, because like it literally, yeah, I don't know. Like it I feel like it has to be the man marked by flame. He's the only person like we still don't know anything about, and it's like how many more mysterious people, that like exist that are doing things in the shadows,
big things too,
like huge
big
things. Like I feel like you can't have too many of those.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But at the end of the day, you probably wouldn't you wouldn't know that they existed until you reach that point, though. Like, you don't understand certain things in the world until you actually get to a certain point and you're meeting people, and then they're letting you know about things. And like, I think that it's cool because there is like it makes sense to me why we're not seeing some of these characters, because our main characters haven't reached the summit of the world yet either. So how are they able to? They're not going to be able to witness the height of like everything, that the truth of the world, basically, which is the truth of the series, is that there's plenty of characters that can fight crazy like that. Yeah. But I don't think there's going to be too many more revealed. But I think that there's definitely a solid amount. I mean, I think what set up all that was the Rocks Pirates in general. Yeah. Like that there's a whole crew of people that literally were the equivalent of a Pirate King level crew that were taking over the era. And now all their descendants are like causing shit to happen. And technically they are remnants. Like Kaido and Big Mom were remnants. Whitebeard's a remnant, you know. Even Shiki and Wang Shi, which is like the person that Blackbeard fought, apparently. He's like a Rocks Pirate member. And that's what the Rocky Port incident was. And Kobe helped that out. And apparently that was a fight between fucking Blackbeard and this dude named Wang Shi. But he said he needed help to take out Wang Shi. I'm like, why? Why does he need help to take out? Yeah. I don't know if it's like a political thing, but regardless, some of the Rocks Pirates are still relevant in strength.
And Zebek, you think, is alive for sure?
I don't know if he's alive, but I think if he's going to come back, he'll be through Blackbeard.
Crazy.
Through Black.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like if he's gonna if he's just been chilling in his body for like the whole time.
Well, that's kind of, when you said that, that's where my mind went. Like, he's like literally, because you know the conjoined twin theory and whatever. Like, like what if it's like some?
It's like an Edison thing. It's like right now.
Yes.
It's like Vegapunks things right
literally.
Now.
Yes.
So he wants a body. If Zebek wants if he's down to give Zebek, well, I don't know why. I don't think Blackbeard. I don't know. I don't think it's like a Obito and Madara thing exactly, where he's like kind of like, okay, here you go. Like, this is, I gave you the game plan and this is what I'm going to do. And then you're going to revive me and then we're going to do this thing together. I don't know it's going to be like that exactly, but I could see it being similar.
That's kind of crazy.
Rocks is probably, I'm waiting on the God Valley. Either let it be a movie or an arc, like a quick 14 chapters, 10.
Yeah.
But if it's a movie, I wouldn't be opposed. Yo.
Well, if we're okay, like if Garling has been bumped up to this position of power, then like he's gonna be more at the forefront of the story.
Yeah,
so we could see it through his eyes now because he was there. And that would be reason enough to like cut back there, because we'd have to need like a really solid reason to cut back to that incident.
To God Valley.
Yeah, to God Valley.
Yeah, what they were really after.
And I guess Shanks could be that person.
Oh, Shanks
too.
would definitely be that, because we still need more on fucking Shanks.
But if he has the history. Because he was probably a baby. So it'd be cool if there was somebody who was actually fighting in the war, and it's like, this is why we were here. Like, we were trying to do this. Like a Rocks remnant.
Yeah.
Like, there's even other... There's so many fucking characters.
Yeah.
Zigzag said, how come the Vegapunks didn't make 4 new bodies? They had enough spare parts.
Bro, they really did. But I think
that's why it's funny, because they all have to maybe stay connected or something.
Maybe there's like a reason.
Yeah.
Like they can't really make new bodies like that.
I think they're kind of like the Labo phase, the Lava Shadow, whatever, is like one brain.
Yeah, it's
but all of their voices live in that, so they can't like split it back up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and if they did, they'd all be in all of the bodies anyway.
Or they just want to
yeah?
stick together because they've gone through enough.
They've gone through a lot. They've gone through
Cute.
a lot. That's cute as hell.
Did we read this super chat from Terrence Matthews?
Yes.
Okay, I just
yes,
wanted to make sure.
yes.
And then Jonathan R. I don't
Yeah.
think we
No, we did.
we did. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure we're
Yeah, we're
Caught
all caught up. And honestly, I think we've gone through everything. We talked about our ups and downs. We went through the chapter. We did our book of L's predictions. I think that might be it for the stream, for the episode. I want to shout out, obviously, Nolan for being here, for coming again, dude.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon.
Hopefully, y'all.
And shout out to everybody. Just
shout
fucking
out to
kicking it
everybody.
and just like hanging out with us
To
while
y'all.
we talk about this shit that we all love. It's cool. It's awesome. I had a long day. Oh yeah, peace.
You just ended. Peace.
Peace. I had a long day, and this was like a very nice like ending to the day, because it's already like 7 o'clock. We stream a little bit later than we usually do, so
Yeah.
this was like this really like helped
And
made my day
like the
better.
stream before you leave,
Yeah.
if you haven't yet. And yeah.
Like the stream, y'all. Bad shit'll happen. Like the stream.
Bad shit'll happen. I mean, the only thing we got to do is get out of here on our outro. That's always the same, never change.
Right. Maybe
which-
like you fired.
you're fired.
Like
You're gonna
Donald Trump.
romanticize Trump.
I mean, I'm
I
not.
think we're done with him
It's
forever.
like I mean, he's evil. So it's like evil. You're fired. He's He's firing people.
Now you're gonna make him cool by making him eat like
Oh, I see. But no, I could see him being more like Saturn, if anything.
he's a Saturn.
Luis
Yeah.
Segura said Woland D liar. Nolan was great. Hope he comes back more frequently.
liar.
Beefy right
Indeed,
now.
I am the liar. For real.
Let's go.
I am the liar.
I like what did you
He
say?
sounded like he's like, I am Vegeta. You're not Vegeta.
What were
sorry.
you saying when Saturn was dying? Like no cat or whatever you were saying.
Oh, he was like,
Sure.
he's like,
Was
oh
it Cap?
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Cap or not?
Yes, I was a cat.
Yeah. That shit's was it Cap or nah? But like say it like that.
Was it Cap or not?
Yeah, that shit's so funny to me.
So long, Saturn. So long, Space Saturn. Oh, stupid.
Oh, like the space cowboy, like
stupid,
Bebop.
stupid. No, it's stupid. It
I
was
see where you were
stupid.
going
It was
with
stupid.
it.
It was
Though.
stupid.
No, come on.
That
now.
was super cool.
It
That was
stupid, it
cool as hell, bro.
stupid.
That was cool as hell.
Sick.
Rip Bozo, you know, that's
Arguable.
always good.
Moo. Someone said moo.
Boo or moo?
Moo.
Moo. Yeah, moo.
Hey! Moo! Was that Cap or ah?
Yeah, I like that. Can we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
okay.
that Cap or ah?
Or nah?
No, it's or ah because he's
But
getting
it gets
shot.
cut off.
Yeah.
It gets cut off.
Is it Cap or ah?
Okay. All right. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, for listening, for hanging out with us. And until next time,
Was it Cap
or not? I was trying to switch back and
Bro.
That shit was so funny. Oh my god.
That's what he was doing, yeah.
Man.
Imagine we're still here. Are we?
We might be.
You never
Hello?
know.
Is anybody there?
Hello?